I'm still doing pretty well on spell slots and things. Just at like a third of my health. Meanwhile, Natsu's almost dead.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah, because I, got murdered.
oh yeah. Karlak is like a
Karlak.
third health. Everybody's at like a third health except Natsu.
That's right. We figured out last time that I think all the health pots were missing that you, or most of them that you handed to most of us.
Yeah, I don't know where they went. Either y'all used them all or something weird happened.
Uh, well, I kind of, I'm pretty sure I know where mine are, which is I ended up sending them back to storage on account of like.
Then you should just send them back to me. Please do not put health pots in the storage. They're
Only
so
storage.
valuable.
Only storage. Yeah, like OnlyFans. Only storage.
Yeah.
Maybe I did send them to you because I'm not seeing them in storage. Yeah, I probably did send the ones I had back to you at some point.
Very good.
Well, somebody's cat sounded like they agreed.
Yeah, it's Bubba. Right, baby boy? Yeah.
That is not my box. I don't care about Asterian's box. Trying to find mine just to verify that it's not.
Yeah, all I've gotten here in terms of potion adjacent stuff is like wine and fucking whiskey and shit. Elixirs of a kind, but not of the healing variety.
Yeah, looking in mine, I've got assorted barrels, fireworks, torches. I don't see any healing pots. So I have no fucking clue where they would have evaporated to. Hi, Vivi. Do you want scoops?
Scoops.
Uncle Inu's around. He could give you scoops.
Scoops.
Oh, where did I get a scroll of seeming from? Into the scroll bag.
I was about to make that joke, Willow, that you wouldn't drop by because it's raining out.
Mm-hmm. That seems like a likely story. That's just what she says to get you off guard before showing up with big goods.
Yeah.
But it's also a bit like you. That sounds like effort in the rain.
Yeah, not that it was raining last stream, but she did it last stream.
Yeah, and it was effort in the rain last time too.
Oh, was it in the rain?
No, but
Oh.
it would still have been effort had there been rain. If it's effort without rain, it's certainly effort in the rain. That's just how math works.
What a terrible day for rain.
Finally finished that
Ed
series.
reminded that. God damn it.
Actually, finally finished that series. For the first time.
You hadn't finished it until recently?
No, just
Oh my
just
god.
a handful of weeks ago.
Holy hell.
I
Alright,
don't know
thoughts?
if I believe him on that. I don't know.
No, it was the first time I'd seen it all the way through.
So what are your thoughts on it?
It was fine. It was good. I mean, I see what people respect in it, but I'm also not entirely sure why it's still like the number 2 ranked anime on MAL.
Oh, well, part of that is because the fan community behind it refused to let it drop in ratings, so they dive bomb the shit out of whatever they can and then try and keep the ratings on Full Metal Alchemist up.
Well, it sure as hell ain't working with Freerun. Because Freeren's beating it. Anyway, previously, once everyone is finished being reminded of what the fuck they were doing when they last played the game over a month ago, no thanks to being repeatedly interrupted by a string of you have learned blank recipe pop-ups from Natsu, they finally begin to make their way into Cazador's palace. After taking a moment to complain about the lack of guards patrolling the interior and exterior of the palace, clearly Cazador didn't want them to get in the way of the owl exterminators he hired, the group make it inside and begin to relentlessly snoop around the main foyer, soon fanning out to extend their snoopings to any and all side hallways as well. It doesn't take the group more than about 30 seconds to end up discovering what may very well be the single most obvious secret door in the game, in the form of a normal-ass door frame that has some wallpaper plastered over top of it to hide the room behind it. Ignoring the not at all slightly hidden door, Inu heads around to loot nearby desks for valuables or hints and ends up finding another wallpaper-covered door frame leading to the same damn direction as the last one in a room nearby, which is once again ignored so Inu could read some journals the group had picked up. Some hints about needing a special ring to open a big door in the foyer, and some info about Solgaleo apparently having been needed for some kind of secret ritual now known. Natsu unceremoniously waltzes right into the secret room, which turns out to have been concealed with literally only free-hanging wallpaper and not even an actual damn door, and finds the skeleton of some dead lady named Luriana, who had just been mentioned in one of the journals Inu read not even a minute ago. Leaving the dead lady, whose name Inu simply could not convince his brain to stop reading as Luminera, rip L, I guess, Inu heads back to the main foyer to check out that big door he'd read about and discovers that figuring out anything about it requires him to pass a DC 25 history check. After a quick, actual reroll, because landing a 17 or higher is hard, Inu notices the doors inscribed... Huh?
Huh?
Inu notices that the doors inscribed on the door are written in an even more dead variant of an already dead language and basically just says, get the ring that you already knew you needed. Real helpful, that. With the big door being useless for now, the group begin to crawl their way into the lower floors of the palace, which sees them suddenly being thrown into turn-based mode once Inu opened a nearby door that happened to have a dead lady exuding a room-sized death aura in the middle of it. Since a body radiating stored diet death fog is kinda problematic, Inu stops at the room's entrance to search for any kind of curse-breaking spell he has access to so that the party could safely loot the room, only for Karlak to, of course, sprint directly past him and through the death aura because following simple instructions is beyond her capabilities.
Yeah, you're right.
A few moments later, Inu is able to pull a scroll of remove curse from his portable library, only for it to unsurprisingly not do shit to the dead body because he was actually standing a bit too far outside of the death curse room, which leads to his character sprinting directly into the death aura, only to just barely lack the movement needed to get within melee range of the body to use the spell scroll. With Inu now standing in the middle of the pain field without any way to turn said field off, Natsu decides to lend a hand by using his new gloves of mega steroids to pick Inu up by the collar and chuck his ass another 10 feet or so into the room, as if this was an episode of the Flintstones. This, of course, also ends up not helping either, as despite the body now definitely being partly within Inu's listed melee range, it turns out that feet are not a Z-targetable appendage, which leads an annoyed Natsu to just walk over and shove the whole fucking body into his pocket, as if he was playing an old point-and-click adventure game, so he could drop it at Inu's feet since the opposite way hadn't worked. The death aura now deactivated due to Natsu's quick thinking, the group are then free to tear the room apart in search of loot, which leads to Natsu finding a neat helmet that no one wanted to use that makes its wearer have an extra bonus action anytime they would be below 50% of their max health. Worth noting is that this effect can apparently give multiple extra bonus actions in a turn, should your health repeatedly dip above and back below that 50% threshold, which is neat. We were almost 50 minutes over time. Oh yeah, we were.
Yes.
Neat hat being sent off Natsu's loot horde, Neat hat being sent off to Natsu's loot horde, the Inu wanders off on his own, as he's wont to do, and of course ends up failing a perception check after absent-mindedly walking into a random room. Well, shit, that's not good. Hey, someone get over here and pass this perception check for me. Yeah, I got it. All right, looks like there's a trap in here somewhere. Looks like it's this guy standing next to the door. I mean, I already saw him before you got here, so he can't have been the trap that was waiting to kill me. Hey, guy who's clearly labeled as waiting in ambush to kill me. Is there anything in here waiting in ambush to kill me? But then having turned out that the skeleton man named Godi, who is waiting in ambush to kill Inu, was in fact waiting in ambush to kill Inu, as was clearly labeled above his head, who would have ever guessed? The group is immediately thrown into combat once Godi notices they've seen through his cunning plan, which naturally leaves Sergeant L on the opposite side of the damn mansion and Natsu without any of his murder armor equipped. With Natsu having run off to get his murder pants on, Sarge is then dragged away from the game because his wife was stuck in a losing battle against a clump of cookie dough that had too high of a defense stat. This talk of desserts then leads Willow to bring up having discovered that key lime powder can be used to make key-like pie. Sounds really obvious once you say it out loud. M and K are right next to each other on the keyboard. Fair play. Which in turn prompts Inu to complain about how Willow shouldn't mention dessert items if she isn't also planning to give him some. Combat then continues on with some random lady from a hallway back named Siren apparently joining in against the group to help the skeleton man out just in time for Sarge to return from a successful cookie dough mining operation and instantly transform the two into a splattering of ashes across the walls with a series of critical hit eldritch blasts. Oh, that one auto-corrected? Well, the K and the M are also right next to each other on the keyboard, so... Checking over Syringe's corpse, now that Sarge is immediately left again, Inu finds the sole item in her inventory to be a piece of revolutionary literature named Everything Must Be Perfect, containing the most masterfully constructed poetry verse of Everything Must Be Perfect, repeated 5 times in a row. Truly, they were the Shakespeare of their age. The kennel, now devoid of things to steal, Inu strikes up a quick and very fruitless conversation with some nearby dude named Greenfern, before then barging into a nearby room to steal the personal diary of one Leon S. Kennedy. After then finding another nearby note that makes it clear that Cazador apparently really likes RE4 with how much he favors Leon above all his other servants, this somehow leads the group to reminiscing about those times when Goku inexplicably had mind-reading powers, only to then not have them later for similarly inexplicable reasons. Toriyama forgot. This is pretty much the reason for everything that gets forgotten in Dragon Ball is Toriyama forgot. Useless room now looted of its only actually valuable object in the form of another Owlbear plushie to give to Scratch and Owlie later. Inu asks why the group even went to the basement to begin with, since that signet ring they needed wasn't there. As the group then throw their hands up and begin heading back upstairs to look for it there instead, Bio decides to save them some time by informing them all that the ring was actually in the inventory of that skeleton who Sarge exploded, and they all just completely forgot to loot his inventory after the fact. For shame, Natsu.
Yeah,
Inu
actually.
is unable to unlock the fancy door with the key ring, which had thankfully managed to survive Godi's prior atomization. However, as he ends up having to step away to check if his cat had just knocked something over, which gives the others time to catch up to him before opening the door on his own could lead to him inevitably getting punched in the face. Everyone is then caught off guard a moment later when it turns out the noise Inu had heard was actually Willow literally breaking into his fucking house midstream so that she could hand-deliver the slice of key lime pie Inu complained about not having earlier and hijack his stream setup while he was busy eating said slice of pie in the background. No, I ate the pie while we were doing stream. I was cutting the pie in the background, actually. In retaliation for this breaking and entering into his house and interrupting the stream in the process, Inu decides to take an utterly massive chunk of the key lime pie that Willow had foolishly left him alone with so that she could go gloat to the others over her plan, at which point he then kicks her out of his house so the stream could actually continue. Having now returned to his station with a plate of pie in hand, Inu finds himself standing several feet away from his prior position in a giant pool of his own blood, after Natsu had once again picked his ass up like a cartoon animal to throw him into the back of Karlak's head so the two would be within potion throwing range of each other. Not really seeing fit to question the gallons of his own blood sitting on the floor because he was busy enjoying pie, Inu walks into the now open fancy door and finds several werewolves and a large number of rats and bats waiting to punch him in the face. Shocker, I know. Cover as owl exterminators now blown, the group begin to get into position to finish the pest control that the owls started, only for Inu to notice the ludicrous amount of blood covering the floor, and remark about how nice it would have been to have his character from that other game here right now. Inu is then promptly reminded that any such notion was faulty from its inception because that character being here would have simply led to the universe both A, literally ripping itself asunder to ensure they could never stand in any of the aforementioned blood on the floor to begin with, and B, going out of its way to rob Inu of every single spendable resource he has before he even has a chance to fucking move to ensure that he couldn't do anything even if he managed to stand in any of the blood. Fuck that stupid game. As everyone begins to get to work on dealing with the room full of animals and half-animals, the group find themselves getting interrupted one by one by their respective cats as Natsu reverts to baby speak when one of his brings a toy for playtime, while everyone else has to fend off their own cat's efforts to steal their stream snacks. Once the pet aggro has mostly been dealt with, the group are quick to explode the remaining threats in the room, so they could begin scouring it for passages forward and or loot. Inu, having somehow found his way into the attic, he begins tearing through everything that isn't nailed down, which leads to everyone else momentarily being very confused about where all the racket above them was coming from, before realizing it was just Inu wandering off on his own again. Inu is then soon joined by Sarge in his attic looting spree, before they're both interrupted by Natsu triggering a random cutscene showing off an elevator he walked onto by accident. Unperturbed by this random elevator they just had shoved into their face, the two then continue their rampant looting just in time for Willow to arrive home and inquire about Inu's thoughts regarding the pie she'd broken into his house to hand him out of pure pettiness. With the attic now being as devoid of lootables as the main floor and basement are, the group head over to the elevator that Natsu found earlier so that they could descend into the palace's double basement, which they end up doing one at a time despite the size of the elevator platform because apparently the max weight limit on it is just that low. Now in the secret double basement, Inu wanders off on his own again, which leads to him passing a perception check to notice a nearby buried chest, only to then fail a different perception check without noticing as he was digging up said chest, which then resulted in him, of course, fucking exploding the second he attempted to open the freshly unearthed chest. Since the chest had already exploded in Inu's face, this left Natsu free to casually stroll over to scoop up the Pellerson blade that had somehow managed to survive the detonation unscathed, which turns out to be a rapier that deals bonus radiant damage on hit and naturally gives its wielder advantage with all attack rolls they make against undead enemies. Not all attack rolls they make with the blade itself, like the actual effect states, but all attack rolls they make from any source while the blade is actually in their hand. This naturally leads to Inu and Natsu relentlessly mocking Cazador for keeping a weapon meant to hurt him buried in his own house's secret double basement like some kind of idiot, though if not for the entirely unforeseeable circumstances of a bunch of kleptomaniac lunatics with zero fear of death suddenly breaking into his house full of werewolves and vampires to steal everything not nailed down, it honestly wasn't too bad a plan to keep the thing away from the people who'd want to stab him with it, before then continuing on their merry way in search of things to steal or stab. A few minutes of looting later sees the group suddenly interrupted by the game pulling up a dialogue asking whether Elle would like to use the signet ring to open a door while standing figurative miles away from everyone else, which she naturally does after repeated heckling from Natsu. After Sarge then explicitly advocates for murdering one of his own cats on the grounds of, well, there's only one thing you can do to get rid of an invasive species, people get snapped back to paying attention to the video game they're playing, when Natsu ends up running into a DC 30 sleight of hand check to pick open a door. Upon managing to brute force his way through ridiculous lock on the door with a nat 20, because nothing can keep Natsu from potentially accruing more items for his treasure hoard, the group, sans Elle, who has no idea how to get to where the others are momentarily distracted when they hear what seems to be moaning or something echoing from somewhere else in the crypt. Not wanting to think about whatever the hell that could be, the presently assembled members of the group head through the door Natsu just unlocked and find themselves standing in yet another portion of the lower city sewers that they hadn't been in before, which surprises them so much that they didn't notice Elle quietly mentioning that she found some weird skull with a scroll in its mouth sitting on a decorative throw pillow in the room she had unlocked earlier. Figuring this new quadrant of the sewers was worth at least a cursory glance, Inu ventures forth out of the crypt and finds a lady named Lorna Estelian sitting in a makeshift dock nearby who seems to be waiting for someone. Since a random lady sitting on a dock next to an ancient vampire lord crypt in the sewers isn't really something you see that often, Inu heads over to ask Lorna why the hell she's down here, which sees her talking about an exclusive party, so exclusive you wouldn't have heard of it, an underground party, and that she's been standing here waiting for her date to finally show up. Lorna then goes on to demonstrate that she has zero sense of self-awareness as she begins to describe her date's physical features in such a way that makes it so blaringly obvious that he was a vampire that even Inu's dumbass character manages to put two and two together. To say, yeah, your date was definitely a vampire, dumbass. You're sitting outside of a vampire crypt for vampires. They make vampires here. With Inu's incredibly blunt words of wisdom having thankfully been enough to finally kick Lorna's preservation instinct into action so she can get the hell out of the sewers, the group resumed checking out the new area of the sewers they stepped into, which leads to Sergeant Inu taking a short gondola ride down the majestic shit canals. Said gondola ride then leads to a rather awkward situation where it ends up stopping directly behind the Grinch, which sees them quietly doing their best to jam the operating lever into reverse before the Grinch has the chance to notice them and ask about that Orphic hammer they said they'd go steal. Awkward run-in having been averted, Inu and Sarge begin floating their way back to the crypt entrance, only for Natsu to pipe in that he discovered the source of the moaning they'd heard earlier, which turns out to have been Karlak screaming in pain while glitched into the ceiling above them as all of her limbs wildly flail around like stretched-out spaghetti. With everyone now absolutely horrified over the source physics engine ragdoll that their friend has now become, they rapidly make their way deeper into the crypt in a vain attempt to ignore their friend's pleas to be put out of their misery. Not being able to figure out how to get back to the upper floor manually, the group warp back up to the elevator they originally arrived on and begin making their way over to where Karlak is now stuck in the floor below them rather than the ceiling above them. She really has never been the same since she helped kill Satan. Doing their best to ignore the eternal suffering Karlak is being put through as her molecules are stretched across dozens of realities at once, the group continues onwards and eventually finds that ornate scroll-holding skull Karlak mentioned prior to the incident. Never one to let a good skull go unprodded, Inu goes over to poke the thing, which leads to him somehow being able to form a mental link with it to view the memories from back when it was a powerful vampire named Velioth. This memory viewing is, of course, harder than you'd think because the sounds of Gmod ragdolling in the background and the rest of the group in the foreground making a bunch of Twilight references, but in time Inu is eventually able to concentrate enough to crack into the memories of the bleached skull. The memories contained within said skull then end up essentially boiling down to a bunch of Sith-type shit with Velioth doing his best to make Cazador's life absolutely miserable in an attempt to teach him the most valuable life lessons of being an immortal vampire lord, which ends in the two sharing a good laugh together once his apprentice finally executed the perfect plan to properly kill his master dead. Sith are fucking weird no matter what universe. With the old skull now out of Sithology lessons to share, the life finally leaves its eyes as its jaw slacks open to allow the group to retrieve the black mass ritual scroll it had been holding on to. As they then begin to leave the skull's chamber, Sarge ends up finding a recent journal entry from Cazador talking about how Solgaleo just up and disappeared one day right before they were going to perform the black mass ritual, probably due to that whole getting kidnapped by mind flayers thing, and that he just can't seem to convince any of Solgaleo's brothers and sisters to hunt him down so that he could be excruciatingly tortured for it. Gee, I wonder why they wouldn't feel very motivated to do that. Once again, walking over Karlak's quantumly entangled body, Inu does his best to ignore her omnipresent screaming as he tries to get back through the hallway leading to the skull chamber, only to end up finding a captive vampire spawn named Sebastian locked in one of the cells lining the corridor's walls. Noticing there was likewise a lot of starving vampire spawn locked up down here, and that all of them have some sort of brand adorning their faces, Inu asks what the hell, to which he earned the vague response that the brand links all of them to Cazador's ascension, which almost assuredly can't mean anything good. After then asking when the last time Sebastian or the other captive spawn had eaten since they'd been turned was, literally never, for the record, Inu then asks who brought Sebastian here in the first place, which unsurprisingly gets him the answer that it was Astral Lion. It's at this point that Inu begins to have the inkling of one of the trademark terrible ideas come to him, which leads him to inquire about how one would hypothetically go about getting the key to open all the vampire spawn holding cells. Naturally, the answer ends up being by getting the staff Cazador is always holding, which Sebastian quickly follows up by stating any attempt to do so would result in the group absolutely 100% without a doubt certainly being slaughtered. To be fair, the poor guy's been locked up here for a while, so how would the guy know the group ended up slaughtering Satan the last time they were given that whole spiel? which Inu nonchalantly brushes off before saying the group should be back in about 5 minutes to let Sebastian and the others out. Gears already set in motion for a potentially catastrophically bad decision. Inu barges into a nearby ritual chamber to find Cazador standing in the center of the room, flanked by a squad of werewolves with a quartet of very alarmingly naked vampire spawn strung up by some evil-looking red energy beams. Upon finally confronting Cazador in person for the first time, Inu is momentarily stunned out of sheer laughter over the thought of how terrible an idea it would be to willingly hand Solgaleo over to him, which is just such a terrible idea that Natsu and El have to plead with him not to let the inner voices win for once. Thankfully, having been convinced to not go through with the worst choice imaginable for once, Inu subsequently tells Cazador to go fuck himself, which sends the Vampire Lord into a childish shit fit over not getting what he wants, and immediately sends the group into combat against him and his squad of 14-ish ads, nearly half of which are just normal-ass bats, so really it's a lot closer to 8 overall. It's at this point where Elle finally manages to escape from the extra-dimensional nightmare she's been locked into for the past half hour, as the game plucks her from the spot she's been trapped in on everyone else's screens and drops her directly into the combat arena alongside them. Thank God that's finally over with. With everyone now present for combat, Natsu begins to read through the effects that were being applied to the captured vampire spawn around the arena, and finds that each of them were being applied to the captured... Each of them has a unique status called Sacrificial Lamb that makes it so if Cazador draws power from them 3 times overall, meaning 3 turns, then all of the vampire spawn would die and Cazador would evolve into his ascended state. This isn't actually true in the strictest sense. When the captured vampire spawn in the arena... Well, the captured vampire spawn in the arena do always have the Sacrificial Lamb condition on them, which would lead one to think Cazador can just ascend whenever, even without Solgaleo around. The truth is that without Solgaleo also being present, Cazador can't actually start the Black Mass ritual in the first place, which means that he doesn't have the capability to even trigger the ascension condition from Sacrificial Lamb to begin with, since the action to draw power from ritual sources is only granted to him if the ritual is in progress.
Welp.
With everyone now scrambling to figure out what the hell they're supposed to do now that Cazador, to their knowledge, has a 3-turn cooldown or countdown set before he becomes a god, and is also immune to physical damage since the jackass can just change himself into a fart cloud every turn if he isn't exposed to sunlight, Inu kind of just ignores all their panicking as he digs through all his game options to see why those sacrificial vampire spawns still somehow show up without shirts on. Once Inu eventually tunes back into the conversation from his effort to make YouTube not throw a tantrum, the combat actually begins to move, with the group deciding to just stab the shit out of Cazador's ads until it finally rolls to Inu's turn, so he can check his portable library for any spell scrolls that involve sunlight. With Inu finally having permission to peruse his scroll library in search of something that could turn off Cazador's fart gas form, he ends up finding that his scroll library has actually been sorted in alphabetical order this whole time, and that he also has 30 scrolls of Sunbeam on hand to blast Cazador's vampire ass with. Inu then takes one of his many Sunbeam scrolls into the palm of his hand in order to blast Cazador with the unmatched power of the sun, which nails the vampire bastard right in the face for a sizable 29 damage and doesn't do shit to disrupt his fart gas mode, since apparently the attack that's literally called Sunbeam doesn't actually count as sun-based light. Fucking bullshit, that's what that is. Unfortunately for Cazador, though, he's also kind of a fucking idiot, as despite his fart gas transformation being an action that's available to Jim, every turn, him, presumably, HNJR right next to each
Identity
other on the
theft
keyboard.
is not a joke, Jim.
Fucking Jim. Just kind of just forgets to turn it back on at the end of his turn, which of course naturally leads to Natsu sprinting across the entire arena to stab the undead bastard to re-death in a single turn. With the cowardice loser having now retreated into his coffin at the center of the ritual chamber to sleep off the stab wounds he was just inflicted with, a giddy Natsu is quick to run over to pry the thing back open, only to get nothing for his efforts but another high-security vault key, since apparently he can open the box to steal from it mid-combat, but can't just stab the dumb idiot loser inside of it while he's literally right there with the lid already opened.
Yeah.
With it clear that the game isn't going to let them just stab the guy for no actual reason, The group lets out a collective sigh over how incredibly stupid that is and get to work clearing out all of Cazador's ads so they can actually be allowed to stab the fucker. A couple minutes of stabbing 1 HP bats later sees the group actually being allowed to open Cazador's coffin for real this time, which sees Inu being presented with the ability to read the EP vampire's mind at the cost of needing his dumbass character having to pass an unfathomably high intelligence roll of DC 0 to do so. Truly the most literal definition of an idiot proof there has ever been. Said thoughts then basically amount to, woe is me, I'm a monster now, I can't die anymore, truly I am the saddest of boys, which leads to an unimpressed Inu to roll his eyes and quickly swipe the fancy-looking knife that Cazador was holding in his sleep like a teddy bear to stab the bastard straight through the heart. Cazador then managed to botch even the most basic of Assassin's Creed lines as his even fancier staff falls out of his dead hands so that Inu could snatch that shit up and immediately release the literal thousands of starving vampire spawns that Cazador kept locked up in his crypt to now slowly swarm up to the city above. But hey, it'll at least be easier than the normal citizens of Baldur's Gate to deal with a vampire epidemic than it is a giant god brain controlling a hive mind of mind flayers, so lesser of two evils, really. With Cazador now dead, the group are finally able to do what they came here for in the first place, and rush towards his coffin to pry the kid... K and L are right next to each other on the keyboard. To pry the kid back open in search of neat gear, which leads to Inu finding a cool quarterstaff called Woe, which allows its wielder to not only cast Blight once per long rest, but also has the passive ability to restore a d4 of HP to its wielder every time an enemy would fail a saving throw against one of their spells. And it's also innately a bound weapon as well, preventing its wielder from ever being disarmed, so just a really cool weapon overall, really. Confused about where the thing they actually came here for is, though, the group end up lifting Cazador's corpse out of his coffin and begin shaking him by the ankles until the Rhapsody dagger they came here for finally slips out of his pockets and falls to the ground at Sarge's feet.
Just the image of that. Cough it up, you bastard!
Primary mission now accomplished, Inu heads over to talk to one of the now saved sacrificial lambs at Natsu's request to see if they have anything to say, only to quickly decide to not do that anymore when it turns out that they aren't actually naked after all, like was originally thought, and evidently forgotten about until this exact moment, but are actually wearing such unnaturally tight skin tone clothes that they may as well be as far as YouTube's concerned. Now quickly fleeing from the crypt of stream death, only to end up running into some old lady named Ulma and her squad of monster hunters, trademark, on their way back up the elevator. As a proud member of the Belmont clan, Ulma thanks the group for killing the vampire lord, who'd been hunting them for years, only to then turn around and rather understandably ask what the actual fuck the group was thinking when they decided to release thousands of starving vampire spawn upon the citizens of Baldur's Gate, trademark. Alright, first off, thanks big time for killing Cazador for us. Can't possibly thank you enough for that. Second off, the fuck with releasing the vampire swarm, though? They never did anything wrong, I guess? Well, damn, never thought about that. I was gonna give you that whole who knows how many innocents will die for that spiel, but when you write, you write. Must have been a hard choice, so I can't fault you for making it. Anywho, we're gonna head to the Underdark to look for the vampire spawn who fled there, see if we can't find any of our kids, try to help out any of the spawn who are able to resist their vampire urges. Ta-ta, youngins, say hi to your vampire friend for him, and tell him we won't be hunting him anymore. Now parting ways with the most absurdly reasonable person they have ever met across any of these games. The group walk over to the nearest waypoint portal and pop open their quest log to see what else they have left to do aside from killing Gortash, which leads Natsu to notice that they still haven't actually fully completed the Free the Artist quest yet. A new goal now set since the other important quest they'd forgotten about, again, until now, of waking up that big dragon should be right below Gortash's house. The group warped back to the middle of Baldur's Gate to start wandering around the few areas of the city they hadn't been in yet in search of a quest marker for the artist quest. Upon making it back to the surface again, Inu immediately attempts to barge into the nearest house he set his eyes on, which is being guarded by a tiny child named Fig. Finding the tiny child, who can't even say words like sentinel yet, to be absolutely adorable, Inu pats her on the head for a job well done and continues to barge into the house just to get distracted a few steps in by a huge tree growing in a nearby office room, only to then start grumbling in annoyance upon noticing that the office desk in said room has a hidden pin slot built into the side of it that requires a specific item to be placed in it. Not wanting to even think about those types of puzzles anymore, Inu heads back into the main room of the house to strike up a conversation with a half-orc named Jord, who offhandedly complains about how the house's druid, who also appears to be his mom, is still away for the time being, which has left him as her apprentice to handle any plant-based troubles the city runs into. Figuring out who Jord's mom is would probably end up being more pertinent than asking why the city would need a dedicated druid. Inu decided to ask who she be, only to end up blindsided when Jord mentions that it's actually Jahira of all people. After then explaining that Jahira has actually been traveling with the group as part of their tag-along crew for the past while, a surprised Inu is asked by Jord to go tell his sister Ryan, think Lion, but with an R instead, about it as well. Ah, great, another one. Look, if you're here to see my mother, she's still not back yet. Yeah, I know, I've been hanging out with her for months now. Wait, you know my mom? Wait, my mom's actually still alive? Who even are you? I'm Inu? Hold on, has Jahira never even once mentioned me in a letter? Some friend she is. Yeah, don't take it personally. She's like that with everyone. Hey, guys, get out here. Mom isn't dead. Oh, this is great. Now, if you wouldn't mind, bring her here so we can throttle her to death. What? Affectionate. Oh, we'll have her here in a few hours then. Seeing as it's now known that this house actually belongs to one of the tag-alongs, Inu takes it as a sign that he has free reign to rifle through every room inside of it to check the comfortability level of all the furniture inside before Natsu yells up through the window that he found where the artist is at. Hey, Inu, when you're done slightly moving every piece of furniture in Jahira's house, I found where the artist is. Oh, it's this house? I was just about to check it out, but I saw a butler standing outside. Knew better than to actually try talking to them. Sarge, you have a perfectly acceptable charisma stat. You could have just talked to them. I don't know about that, given how pretty much every social interaction the game has forced Sarge into so far has led to him panicking and throwing some random passerby under the bus to be dragged away. I think he's kind of right for not wanting to speak with any NPCs. At least Bio understands my curse.
Yeah.
Once Inu has finished moseying his way over to the Janeth estate, he heads over to the butler Sarge mentioned earlier, who turns out to be a well-dressed lizard man named Tarhun Nemonis, to ask for permission to enter the estate so the group could speak to the artist. Unfortunately, however, Tarhun informs Inu that Lady Janath isn't currently accepting visitors, and begins to explain that he'll happily deliver any gifts they may have brought to celebrate Janath's recent marriage, only to then end up cut off by some questionable sounds that suddenly were heard coming from the upper floor of the house. Angrily swears in lizard speak towards the house's direction. So, was that sound what it sounded like? It was, or was that something we should probably be worried about? Terribly sorry, but that of course wouldn't be for me to say. Lady Janath wanted some alone time with her new spouse, and as such has sent her other staff out for a paid holiday. Okay, well, if you don't have anything you're at liberty to tell me, then can I just go inside then? Were you to try and enter the premises, there'd simply be nothing I could possibly do to stop you. After all, I am on holiday. Slight cackling. Holy shit, this guy is great. Entry successfully gained by simple virtue of there presently being no one who's paid to stop them. The group only make it a single step into the house before it is made abundantly clear that the questionable noise from before was in fact a yelp of terror, since the house is unbelievably fucking haunted to shit. Having now changed the fake IDs on their chests from owl exterminators to ghostbusters, the group casually make their way into the house while being mindful of the copious amounts of floating furniture strewn across the place, and unsurprisingly find themselves under attack by a poltergeist not long after. Once Sarge has quickly finished blasting the thing into a puddle of ectoplasm, two things quickly become apparent to the group. With one being that there is going to be way more than the one poltergeist to deal with, and the other being that the specific layout for this house makes having to fight inside it fucking awful because of how much the camera hates the amount of floors it has. With two ghosts now down, the group take a moment to search around for any clues about what the fuck happened to this place, which leads to Natsu finding a contractor's note about a secret door they were asked to install in the house's atelier. Having no idea where the atelier even is, the group split up to search for clues, which in true Scooby-Doo fashion leads to Inu immediately getting jumped by another ghost the second he passed by an obviously out-of-place candlestick. Meanwhile, Sarge ends up ambushed by like 3 more ghosts upon trying to open the door to the wine cellar, which leads to Natsu flying down to help, only for him to end up finding another 3 ghosts hanging out in the nearby kitchen. Now up to at least 9 goddamn ghosts so far in this place, Inu and Natsu naturally begin to reference Danny Phantom as they're wont to do anytime something even vaguely spectral occurs, which leads to Sarge saying he has no idea what they're talking about, despite it being a reference so goddamn often that he really just has no excuse not to know at this point. After a while of talking about Danny Phantom, since there wasn't much else to do while the ghosts were being invisible jackasses, Inu decides that a natural segue to a conversation is, "So, you guys all know about the murders, right?" To which nearly everyone else understandably responds with some variation of, the what? As Inu then busies himself with a tangent about said murders, Natsu ends up heading into the stairwell off the side of the kitchen in an attempt to track down the last of the invisible jackasses that's keeping everyone locked in combat mode, only to end up finding 4 more ghosts in the process. Once everyone very slowly navigates their way toward the stairwell, since the game really hates camera control in here, they end up discovering that it not only had 2 more ghosts inside than previously thought, plus another 3 on top of that because of a trio of haunted candlesticks like the one Inu was attacked by earlier, but also a bunch of cursed skulls that will absolutely launch anyone near them to make dealing with them a miserable time for anyone without ranged magic attacks. With there just being way too many of these damn ghosts, Natsu decides he can't be fucked to deal with them anymore, and instead opts to fly to the top floor of the mansion in hopes of finding the atelier and maybe a way to stop the problem at the source. It's at this point, as Natsu finally finds the atelier in the portrait of Palpatine's videophone hologram, where Sarge and L both reach into their pockets for some health potions, only to discover that they have exactly 0 to use between the both of them, which leaves Natsu utterly baffled as to how the hell that's even possible with how many of the damn things he hands out on the regular. Clearly, the two just weren't strong enough to handle using his strongest potions and immediately dropped them on instinct. With everyone now starting to get more than a bit tired of all these motherfucking ghosts in this motherfucking mansion, on top of being actually tired because they've now gone 10 minutes past the usual endpoint because of them, the group finally manages to get rid of the last of the fucking things so they can go up to meet with Natsu in the atelier. Everyone now regrouped for the first time since this ghost bullshit started half a fucking hour ago by now. He knew Spamcast Restore Vitality since 3/4 of the party was 9/10 dead, just in time for Natsu to end up spawning 3 more fucking ghosts in an unfortunately failed attempt to make this hell stop by stabbing an obviously turbo-haunted painting he found in the atelier's secret cubby room they read about earlier.
Yeah.
The group then spawns yet another 3 ghosts by stabbing the haunted painting again, since it seems like a good idea at the time. With stabbing the painting clearly being a bust at this point, the group started prying apart the cubby room for literally anything that could point them in the right direction for how to stop this nonsense, which leads Natsu to finding a letter addressed to Oscar, the artist's actual name that Bio had literally completely forgotten while writing all of this until it had literally been shown on screen here, in a locked chest in the back of the room. The letter in question turns out to have been a correspondence regarding Oscar's apparent need to figure out something from someone who had already passed on to the spirit world, which seems to be just the hint the group needed to know where to go next. Right up until Inu read the sender's name, one Mystic Carrion, which understandably elicited a disappointed "ah" from Natsu due to the group having already killed the shit out of the mummy man months ago after he attacked them in self-defense when the group broke into his house. Not really knowing what the fuck they're supposed to do now, the group decided to take the only avenue they had left and head down to talk to Janeth and Oscar themselves for any help on how to solve this mess. This, of course, just couldn't help but also turn out to be an annoyance too, as upon entering the bedroom, the two were holed up and they find an obviously possessed Oscar floating around saying a bunch of jackass shit as his exasperated wife tried in vain to get him to turn back to normal. Obviously, this then leads to the possessed Oscar taking notice of the group once they enter the room and summoning yet another 3 fucking ghosts. As his wife pleads with the group to just knock him out so he'll stop and hopefully turn back to normal. With Inu, of course, being largely useless during non-lethal combat since his listed melee damage range is basically that of... is just that gif of J. Jonah Jameson laughing. It's left to Sarge to try and thin out the trio of summoned ghosts, only for the game to just outright lie to his face and launch his Eldritch Blast into a random chest that the camera refused to let him see that was floating directly above the ghost he tried to target. You know, because this house fucking sucks. Thankfully, though, Karlak suddenly decided to run into the room wielding a steel chair to knock Oscar's possessed ass out, which subsequently made the trio of ghosts he summoned instantly disappear. As Oscar was now too busy taking a nap to be possessed, a tired Inu heads over to Janath to ask what and why, to which she doesn't have much information to give beyond Oscar's possession seeming like it began just after their wedding, with his condition then slowly deteriorating since then until things finally reach the point they're at now. With Janath having not had anything to offer in the way of clues to follow beyond maybe you guys should check his atelier, the group were truly at a loss for what to do before Bio finally returns from spending the past 10 minutes checking through old notes to find a mention of a weird torch the group found back when they killed Mystic Mummy Man that seemed like it might have been some kind of quest-related item they didn't have a use for yet back then. Without much else to go on at this point, the group searched through their inventories for the Torch of Revocation Bio mentioned, or managed to remember they found, which ends up being the answer they needed for the damned haunted painting after all. Thank fucking God. As upon Inu tapping the painting with an incredibly pissed off ghost of some lady named Carrie suddenly pops up out of and poofs her way back to the bedroom to begin screeching at Oscar. Because nothing can be simple for once with these damn ghosts, though. Carrie, of course, chose to pop into the room when the only person from the group who was there was Karlak, because of course. This then leads to Elle getting most of the way to pulling off a Paragon ending for the quest by peacefully talking the angry ghost down, before Oscar suddenly saying that Carrie was his sweetmeat throws off Karlak's groove so hard that she ends up instantly provoking Carrie with her next dialogue choice instead. Resigned to the fate that befalls them pretty much any time the game says Karlak gets to hold the talking stick without warning, the now very audibly tired group slowly crawl their way back to the bedroom so they could banish Carrie back to the next dimension, which leads to them being caught in the middle of a very uncomfortable domestic dispute between a now pissed Janath and a now unpossessed Oscar. The game finally decides to give everyone a break at the very end of this slog of never-ending spectral bullshit by picking Inu as the random person in charge of the conversation, which sees him single-handedly saving Janath and Oscar's marriage with the most blatantly bullshit and depressingly tired song of his whole barding career. This ends up working without a hitch because everyone present is just far too tired from all the phantom fuckery to think about it more than not at all, as Oscar walks off to go wash off the literal gallons worth of ghost blood that was coating his body by this point. The cleaning staff is going to have such a hellish time with the ectoplasm that's coating practically every inch of this place. Not wanting to put off getting some kind of reward for all the shit he just had to put up with, though, Inu chases right after Oscar to demand he paint him like one of his French girls, deep bags under his eyes and gallons of ectoplasm dripping off his armor included, which Oscar doesn't really have much else he can do but smile and go along with, since Inu did literally just save his marriage with a song he pulled out of his ass. Some 12 hours later, Oscar finally finishes Inu's portrait, which the step from death's door tired bard decides to title Scald Supreme Orator Extraordinaire, Master of Modesty, in a string of mumbled words so barely coherent that they hardly even qualified as a language anymore. Portrait now in hand, Inu warps back to camp to drop the fucking thing onto the ground so he can actually see it, at which point Bio decides to do Natsu a solid by informing him that everyone can actually get their own portraits by heading over to talk with Oscar, which sends Natsu scrambling to find the nearest sponge to scrape the layers of dried ghost blood off his face. As Inu then heads over to prop his own portrait up next to the statuified remains of his twin sister, Natsu tosses his own portrait down in camp to admire it, only for Sarge to insult his half-illithid heritage by saying it should it should have a few more squid lines, before then abandoning subtlety altogether by outright calling Natsu a, quote, squid fucker. Not taking this blatant display of bigotry sitting down, Natsu makes a mocking jab towards Sarge's direction, only to recoil in shock when it actually ended up connecting with him instead. Now panicking like a 5-year-old who just accidentally broke their mom's favorite vase, Natsu, a frightened Natsu, tries to run away to hide in a corner while repeatedly yelling how sorry he is, only for Sarge to stance up with blood in his eyes, demanding that Natsu show himself to receive his dues for this transgression. After a moment of hesitation, Natsu accepts that he has no choice but to own up to his mistake and make his way back into Sarge's line of sight to receive his lumps, only for Inu to end up blasting him out of nowhere instead, despite his not having actually done anything to Inu to begin with. Unfortunately, you know what it was. we were way over time. We were all tired, and I kind of forgot how to cancel casting a spell. Like I had Eldritch Blast on thing, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And two of them weren't like anywhere near you, but the other one happened to be.
Mhm.
Um. Yeah. Unfortunately, though, even with Inu's unprompted intervention, Natsu's ultimate downfall was still yet to come, as once Sarge finally finished charging up his cast of Eldritch Blast, the resulting missiles that were only meant to punch Natsu in the shoulder ended up fucking obliterating him on the spot, due to every single one of them landing a critical hit, for a total of 111 damage. And with Natsu having been sent to the fucking Shadow Realm in retaliation for the grave crime of accidentally bumping into someone, the session finally fucking ends with Karlak crying in the corner over the one death she had left, the one dream she had left in life having been stolen from her, while Inu, without a hint of irony, asked the man who literally just had his spine shattered into dust why he's suddenly having trouble carrying things. No, please, for the love of God, don't go 50 fucking minutes overtime on one of these ever again. And also, as an aside, before we get back to the game itself, I just figured this would probably be something worth mentioning as a food for thought type thing. But while we've all been under the assumption so far that releasing Prince Orpheus from the magic space bubble he's imprisoned in would lead to him instantly killing everyone, it only just occurred to me as I was writing the week's recap that the only reason we actually even think that would be the result in the first place is because Emperor told us it's what Orpheus would do. The very same Emperor who then eventually revealed he's actually nothing but a manipulative bastard who would readily lie through his beak in order to get people to do what he wants to them in an effort to ensure his own goals are accomplished. Doesn't actually give two shits about anyone aside from himself, to the point where he has no issues mind-slave puppeting people around until they eventually suffer permanent brain damage and die because of it, and even attempts to gaslight you into killing potential allies like Minsk because he knows they wouldn't be people he'd have any real degree of control over. And even that time we all seem to remember as everyone instantly getting turned into mind flayers because of Orpheus getting out wasn't actually anything to do with Orpheus himself, but was because Emperor was killed due to Inu's character gimmick of only making bad decisions, which meant there wasn't anything keeping the big brain out of the fancy D20 anymore, because Emperor was the only person who could make use of Orpheus's anti-absolute powers to keep the thing out. So Orpheus himself was still imprisoned at the time in the bubble God Empress Snoke put him in, and functionally wasn't anything more than an anti-absolute battery powering the spells Emperor used to keep himself away from the big brain and keep everyone else in line under threat of imminent squidification. So all that's probably something worth keeping in mind going forwards. You know, funny thing, Bio, I was actually thinking about that while I was at work today, and I was like, you know what? Even if that does end up killing us, I want to see the cutscene for it anyway. So, like, we were definitely going to be taking that route one way or the other just to see. But yeah, I was also thinking, I was like, I wonder if there's actually anything to be really concerned about there anyway. So yeah. Long rest, right.
Nothing but booze after that fuck fest.
Oh, we want to
Nothing but
get
booze.
crunk? Alright, we got enough booze to get crunk.
Absolutely. Also, Willow, I was going to say, you may have a key, but that means potentially instead of breaking and entering...
Oh, one or more denied the
Sorry,
request.
I wanted to double check that we didn't have any exclamation points before I went into sleepy mode.
Oh.
Ah.
Also, I just noticed Elle doesn't have a ranged weapon, in which case she should absolutely take this legendary bow that I asked about a couple sessions ago. Hold on. Sending... There's Karlak. At the very least, like, even if you're not going to use it as a weapon, it grants access to... It says Celestial Haste, which seems like it might be a better form of haste. It only lasts 5 rounds instead of 10, but I don't think you get exhausted at the end of it.
Ooh. I was going to say, Willow, even if it wasn't breaking and entering, Inu could probably make the argument for trespassing.
No, she has a key.
A key does not implicit permission make, does it?
Because Celestial Haste just says that you gain the hastened effect. Hastened itself doesn't grant the fatigue effect itself. It's the spell Haste, which grants you hastened, and then also at the end you become lethargic, Whereas that Celestial Haste doesn't have that lethargic line attached onto it.
No, it doesn't.
Interesting.
The bow itself is
So-
also constantly glowing,
Yes.
and also possibly inflicts guiding bolt on the target on hit. So that's interesting.
Yes. So, especially because you don't have a ranged weapon equipped, you should absolutely put that on yourself so you have access to 5 turns of haste whenever you might need it.
Sounds worth it overall.
Truth.
Dear, you alive over there?
Alive.
Okay.
Time to get crunk.
What?
Oh, hey,
Oh, hey.
it's you.
Queen
Uh,
Vlaakith. Skra!
You are Hisharlak, and still you speak my name.
I forgot about
didn't
you.
say-
I've
Bitch.
seen the captive Orpheus with my own eyes. Spoken to Gestil Kithrak Voss. You lied to us. Enslaved us.
The betrayer Voss lies!
I
No,
don't
you
think
lie.
that's true.
I have only a moment, and you, Hisharlak, will listen.
No, because you tried to kill us, so fuck
We
you.
are Githyanki. We move mountains. We snuff out stars. We shape the plains.
No.
The traitor Voss has lied to you. The
Incorrect.
heretic prince would shatter us in an instant. The great dominion shrunk to the head of a pin.
No.
Can this be true? Is the Githyanki prince really a threat to his own people? Or simply a challenge to Vlaakith's rule?
Pick number 2, my lord.
Turn to the astral prison. Slay Orpheus. The
I am
Prince Father.
absolutely not going to do that.
Serve me.
No. You've told us the whole Ascended thing before. You can fuck off with that.
No mere warrior, nor
Nope.
Kithrak. You will be Baldur Vlaakith,
Nope.
commander of dragons. My only. My
I
chosen.
don't know. Commander of Dragon sounds pretty cool.
I know you're all about taking the dumb choices. Please do not in this case.
Oh, God,
Your
no.
promise.
Absolutely not.
Lae'zel's thoughts become
This
hers.
bitch tried to kill us.
The
Oh, I
sight of
remember.
Orpheus looms over her mind. Voss's words echo within it. She means to forever turn her back on Vlaakith.
Hell yeah, Lae'zel.
Joke's on you. We don't need you to get a dragon.
So number
Neil Lae'zel. No.
Well, 3 or 4. Yeah.
I'd say 3. Fuck this bitch.
I gave you my faith, and you called me traitor. I gave you my life, and you ordered your knights to hunt me. I have witnessed too much, and you have given me too little. Finally, I can see. Orpheus will live, and I will hear his creed. This is my word.
Your word is nothing! You are nothing! The Kithraki will bring you. I will tear your flesh from your bones and devour your skull's marrow while you beg for death. I will consume you. I will unmake you.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Bold words for someone that could very easily be within striking distance.
Good job, Lae'zel. I'm proud of you.
Never thought
Okay,
I'd say that.
I actually kind of like Lae'zel for that. And unsurprisingly, exclamation points.
Yeah. Blacketh, kill Orpheus, kill Kithrak, believed her lie that Raphael gave us a means to break Orpheus free from his prison. But, oh, it's funny. If you look at the quest, it's like, Voss
Yeah.
believed our lie that Raphael gave us the means to break Orpheus free. I mean, technically we did lie about that,
Yes, at the time we lied.
but we do have the means to break Orpheus free now, so, you know. It didn't actually end up being a lie in the end. It was just a delayed truth. Where are the you said there's exclamation points. Where?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure Astarion has one, and I'm sure Lysel has one.
Well, Izel, yes.
Scratch!
Interest, yes.
Scratch! Hell yeah.
Never mind all
Will
the rest
has
of this.
one.
I mean, all right.
Yeah.
Alright, we have Volo back in camp. That means I can buy shit off him again.
Scratch.
Something to ask.
The dog is unable to speak through the
Oh,
small
'cause he's got the
bag
ball.
he holds
Or
in
bag,
his
yeah.
mouth.
Just random items for us. Good job.
What you got there, boy?
Who's your good puppers?
I don't know. Maybe you can tell me.
You're a good
Torch.
All I
pupper.
know is I thought of you when I saw it.
How did you stuff a torch in a bag? You
Don't
are a
question it. Just
talented
give him
puppy.
pets.
Who's your good boy?
Oh,
Who's your good boy?
pop, oh, pop. Free torch.
Okay, Volo, what you got for me today?
A guide to monsters, probably.
Yes, I will.
I'm sorry, did that fucking torch he gave me put me over capacity?
Probably.
It did as well. Maybe it's just European parlance and it's just a flashlight. Oh, flashlight,
Did you-
sorry.
That's that. I was like, huh? Okay.
Hells, our time is short. My father is here, and by the living gods, I will free him.
We freed him already!
Wait, what's flooding?
The place that his father was in that we already saved him from. Will is confused. Dude, sure.
Go then, quickly.
But we already saved your dad, Will.
That's so weird.
Wait, is he anywhere in the camp? Have we seen him?
Yeah,
Like, presently?
Not
Isn't-
right this minute, but he was here
Isn't
before.
Isn't that him right there?
Wait, where?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Elder
No,
rape.
no, there he
Uh,
is. Yeah.
Very okay.
Also,
I give up.
Mizora is still standing right there, so...
Yes.
Alright, well... The game still has no idea how to handle Will's dad being saved while Will's contract was also ripped up. Yeah, it's like, this ain't...
Yeah.
What's up, Lazel?
It is done. There is no going back. As
Damn
long
right.
as the undying queen reigns, I am never to soar unbound over the astral sea, never to cross the one in the void. As it should be. Better a short life built on truth than immortality woven of lies.
You're damn
Better
right.
to unite the Githyanki under a prince who would free their minds and honor their bodies. So why do I feel so bitter?
Oh, it's just your personality.
For so long.
Insight check. Alright.
Being duped for so long.
Never did have it.
Vlaakith has upended Lae'zel's whole existence. Everything she knew to be true, every plan and aspiration she ever held has been painfully ripped away. Lae'zel's bitterness is born of sadness. She is mourning the loss of the person she once was, and can never be again.
Number one?
Yeah.
Considering?
How well you've come to know me.
No, I just kind of...
But in truth, she didn't
Halfway
take
read your mind?
everything. I have what I have gathered for myself. I'm more to a new regent, a new land, and new allies.
Oh yeah, who are those?
Vlaakith cannot unmake she who no longer exists. And so, from the old battle cries is birthed another. Shma Salar Orpheus, Marstilna Forgin in Yeri. Orpheus's will above all. May the comet blaze our path forward.
Hell yeah.
I just don't care about the...
No, do not pick two.
Orpheus's freedom is my want and my need. To deny his freedom would be to deny my own.
Yeah, she kind of needs
There
him to
will
take
come
the
a time
reins.
when I can think about myself
He's like
beyond the Lich Queen who
Githyanki
enslaved the
Jesus.
Githyanki, and the prince who would liberate
You know, I never
them.
thought I'd say it, but I
That
actually
time
do
won't
not
come until
dislike
the Prince
Lae'zel
of
now.
the Comet flies again.
I never thought I would say that.
We hammer Orpheus free from his chains at our first chance. Orpheus Tavki Nazin.
It's
Yeah.
almost like if you can free people from the cult that they put themselves, well, not they put themselves under, but from under a cult they are under, they might still be a likable person after that.
Hey, how do you think my kid is doing?
The egg grows ever warmer, the hum of life within it louder. It may yet hatch, though not soon by my estimation. Give it to me.
No.
Perhaps it will fare better under my care.
Well, you don't want to be
Go
twin
give it
moms?
to her.
Should I call you mommy eyes?
Oh,
Okay, see, that's a
okay.
poor decision, and that's one you should make.
Only if you want me to roast you over a campfire, using my
Hey, you're
blade
wearing
as a
leathers and you're
spit.
highly abrasive.
But
Are you
it is
surprised?
true that I feel some manner of responsibility for this unhatched whelp. After we free Orpheus, we can revisit the matter. If the egg hatches beforehand, well, we will shield it from the Lich Queen's zealots. Whatever may come, I will not let Vlaakith poison the fledgling with lies.
Lae'zel, you might be cooler now than you used to be. But it's my child. We'll keep it in camp, away from danger.
A camp once visited by a scheming devil is no safe haven for the unhatched. It has afforded us as much disquiet as it has rest. Leave the egg with me. There's no need for further discussion.
In that case, no, it's a distraction. It can stay where it is.
The egg is not a distraction. It is a stimulation. It harbors not just a fledgling, but a testament of my mission. An effigy of Githyanki destiny, incubating before our very eyes.
No, the egg is better off where it is, in my pocket.
Then I will entrust the egg to you, begrudgingly if it weren't obvious. If the egg survives in your care, I invite you to wallow in my wrongness with all the glee you can conjure.
Oh, Inu absolutely would.
Oh boy, you have unlocked the. You're about to get vicious mockery. Hard.
Lovely.
She doesn't have an exclamation point, but we did find her family.
Did. Jaheira!
We just played host to an undying queen. Oh, and that's without our fine silverware. Lae'zel has courage, turning her back on a lifetime's belief. As for us, best we stay out of interplanar politics, I think.
Oh, hell no, we're getting
Orpheus
right in.
is on his own.
Nah, not a chance.
Should great Vlaakith come to settle a score with Lae'zel, well, I might be convinced to kill her. Undying or not, she was very loud.
Met your family.
Ah, you've wandered far in my absence. And now you come to march me to the gallows, is it? Come on, then. Likely you have some pointed questions. But you shall have to get in line behind my dear, dear daughter.
Which one?
Ryan, apparently. Sorry, is Missouri here twice, or did she just move?
What brings
I only
you
see her
now?
once, but I wasn't looking around too much.
I thought she was over by Will earlier.
I do not
Not
see her over
that
there
I
now,
saw.
so she's moved.
I mean, I've seen her in this spot the entire time, so... Oh,
Astro Lion doesn't have anything to say. Shocker.
that is very shocking.
Well, anyway.
Try fucking at him anyway?
Nah,
Like,
alright,
we
fine.
just defeated his vampire master, like that.
It's weird he has nothing to say
So,
about that.
Lae'zel's finally seen the light and turned on your mistress.
It took a little time, but she got there. Though it's not over yet. Masters rarely let their slaves go without a fight.
Yeah, speaking of.
By the way, Cazador was doing some kind of dark ritual, and now he's dead.
What do you mean, dead? How? Why?
With his own knife, because he was being kind of a dick. Anyway, I killed him.
Free? I'm not free. I'm trapped. I'll never be anything but a spawn now. You've sentenced me to an eternity in darkness.
Uh-huh.
Tell me honestly, did you kill him for my sake, or to stop me completing the ritual myself?
Neither,
Oh, I didn't think-
actually.
Didn't think you were going to do the ritual at all. So, for you.
Yeah. I mean, actually, literally, the ritual had nothing to do with it.
But that's his deception, though. So that would say that you'd be lying that the ritual had nothing to do with it.
Yeah. But I mean, I also didn't do it for him. But anyway, yeah, I guess we could just, pretend. I'll take the actual lie option. Friends. Never didn't have it.
Hell yeah.
I do believe you.
We literally killed the guy for
I
a
know you
knife.
only did what you thought was best for me. And who knows? Maybe this is what's best. The kind of power that ritual offered could ruin a person. Even me.
Yeah, you're kind of... We haven't done anything to make you a better person, so you're still kind of awful right now.
If it helps, he suffered.
You know, on some level, it does. Still, this will take some getting used to. Cazador being gone. I just need some time to let it sink in. To figure out what it means now that he's gone.
Nah, sure. Take whatever time you need.
Oh, whew, I thought you were going to choose the second one.
Thank
I
you
thought that was
for
right
what
in
you
line
do.
for you.
I thought Cazador's story would end with more of a bang than a whimper, but... Well...
Are you okay over there, dear?
You did end it.
Dear.
I'm grateful.
I'm fine.
Oh, okay. Whew.
Alright, well, back to getting crunk.
Yes. Oh, I thought for sure we were going to lose another party member because we haven't done anything with them because our party's been full the whole time.
Yeah, push Shaw, as if that has...
This is some
anything
fucking
to-
bullshit. Throughout the entire time, I was doing my best to, like, still advance anything with Shadowheart that I could, and she fucking up and left. We haven't done anything with Astarion since, like, midway through Act 1, and he's just like,
Okay.
"Oh, okay. Huh?
Ha! Now comes the fun part where I have to try to find some kind of booze that gives us less than 6.
We're rolling in money and booze. Just
Ah,
pick
wine. Wine gives less than 6. Wine, in fact, gives 4. Or we could have a few of these interesting spiced wines that we have down at the bottom of the inventory.
Those are alcohol.
There we go. And sleep. We even stole all his damn clothes, and he was still totally chill with us, kind of sort of ruining his life.
a night scene? Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now we're all crunk.
Yep, hungover. You tell yourself I'm never drinking again. You're a liar.
I mean, after the day we fucking had with the ghosts, I mean,
I mean,
I mean,
I mean.
okay, so now I need to take another one of my strength elixirs. Not those ones. Where are the bigger ones?
Right.
Hello, King. ¿De dónde es?
Oh, yeah. Getting absolutely shit-faced after a job is a Ghostbusters tradition. Yeah, damn right.
Oh, there it is. Drink.
Damn,
Yay.
damn fucking Skippy.
Skippy fucking damn.
Skip damn fucky. I feel like I've forgotten to put some daily back on, but I think I turned them all on. Yeah, alright, that seems correctish. Boom. Alright,
Oh yeah, I picked up scrolls that I should send to you. Actually, now that the day started, I can go get more scrolls off of Bolo.
incidentally, just putting this out there. Are there any, like, I don't know, lower tier strength potions that we have a fuck ton of that I can just quaff one to not be like 2
Oh,
pounds away
yeah.
from encumbrance at all times?
Yeah, I have 6 elixir of Hill Giant strength. I'll put your strength to 21.
I mean, I don't need
Yeah.
fancy shit, like even like, I don't know, 16 or
No,
something would be cool, but...
no, it's either the 21 or the 27 version.
Oh,
I
yeah,
haven't
no,
found
the
anything in between.
Alright, yeah, I'll take the 21 then.
Alright, I'll do that as soon as I get done robbing Bolo of all of his
'Cause
scrolls.
it would solve a lot of our
then
problems if
money.
I wasn't like a quarter pound away from being at weight capacity all the time.
oh, so I shouldn't give you this quarter pounder with cheese then. Got it.
No, you should not. Like, I'm going to be over encumbered by the scrolls that Natsu's giving me, probably.
Alright,
Like-
gave them to you.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. I didn't check to see if I was over encumbered, but I would not be surprised.
Split items. I'll send 2 to you now. 1 for today and 1 for next long rest if we end up having another one.
Sweet.
Where I split them. Where'd the split go?
Now, here's an interesting question while he's hunting for things.
Uh-huh.
Do you think Gortash will let us just meander in and just walk around a little bit?
Yes, maybe. I don't know why.
Because I currently have, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Looks like 10 or so barrels of fire wine, a smoke powder barrel, some smoke powder satchels, 3 boxes of fireworks that I can just place all over and we can ignite. And that's not including my personal
Oh,
stash.
you mean is he gonna let us wander around like in his room without? Probably not.
Uh-huh.
I would guess.
I wish. Because if
That seems unlikely.
it'd be nice, because then we could literally just wire the whole place up for fire and explosions and just let her
Just
rip.
resorting my inventory. Let me find them. Okay. Send to. Come on. Send to. Alright, they're in your inventory.
So they are. Alright, now I have much better weight capacity.
Yay!
Cool. Should also probably go show the Grinch that hammer. Yeah, so I'm looking at this and I'm like, alright. As much as the meme is, oh, we're gonna go do Gortash this week.
Grinch time.
Gortash is a main quest. And we do have a few outstanding side quests, like freeing Orpheus and helping Kithrak Voss and finding Dribbles the clown and going to do the dragon thing for Will and
I haven't
figuring out
looked
how
at
to
what the rewards are,
beat up
but I
Vlaakith.
have seen online that allegedly the rewards for finding all of Dribbles the clown is not worth it, especially for the time sink that is required for it.
Well,
but
no, but I mean, it'd be cool to do it. Gale met Mistra, blah, 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 blah. Claim the crown of Karsus. Oh, well, yeah, we can't do that until we kill the Elder Brain, though, right? Because the Elder Brain has the crown of Karsus.
Yeah. And we need Gork's
Yes.
crown anyway, so.
Yeah.
So Gale's is on hold, but we can, like, for Lae'zel's, we need to free Orpheus, which we're gonna do anyway. And for Will, I mean, I know Bio wants to see the cool ass dragon, so we'll do that one too. In the meantime, though, why don't we go find...
Hammer time.
So if I just go to the city sewers, then we just need to make our way to the Grinch, who is over there.
The Grinch. Where am I? There. I was like, I need animals speaking on just in case. Thank you, game.
Did I turn my speak with animals on? I don't think I did. Hold on.
You fool.
Hold on. Okay.
Go team Orpheus. All right, what other vendors can I hop around to try and check out their inventories now that we've done a long rest? Da-da-da. Y'all keep doing what you're doing. I'm gonna do vendor shit in the background like I normally do.
Uh-huh. All good. Hey, Grinch.
This may be our one chance to secure. Have you brought the Orphic hammer?
I have, bruh. I got it right here.
The Prince of the Comet is not dead. The Prince of the Comet will come again. The Prince of the
Did
Comet
you
will
save
liberate
before
us
you
from
did
the
this in
Lich
case this
Queen's
does end up
tyranny.
backfiring?
The prophecy is one step closer to fruition. Among our people, one gift is esteemed above all others. The Silver Sword. Take it. Wield it in honor of Gith, the great liberator, and her unforgotten son. Vinisk, now that you have the hammer, you must find a way to enter the astral prism. Once inside, smash Orpheus's bonds. His cry will shake the plains, and I will fly to your aid. The Prince of the Comet will
okay, we still have the
sear
choice of just
heavens
not
again.
going
First
to
we'll
deal with
defeat
that.
the Absolute, then we let the Lich Queen tremble.
Hell yeah.
Again, I will not permit your entry.
Oh, you fucker. That's not what you said to me the other night.
Wow.
What? I have the achievement. I'm allowed to make that joke.
See if I'd hand you the sword we stole from him forever ago, only to remember he can't hand us the sword because we already have it.
I was wondering that too.
Yeah. New save. Break the chains, said Faith calmly. Let me into the prison.
I do not.
Yes.
When I am done
You
with the
bitch.
gift rinsing, you may do with him as you like, but not a moment before. Questions, Lae'zel? You seem to be lost in thought.
Lae'zel's not here. Isn't Orpheus gonna try to murder our ass?
The Prince of the Comet aches for Githyanki liberation more than he abhors Geich. He might seethe when you free him. He might gnash his teeth and slander your name. But he will see reason. I promise you.
Good enough for me.
Yes. But you will meet this challenge, as you've met so many others.
Yeah, you're right.
When you write, you write.
Vinisk,
you've been right so
friend
far.
to Orpheus. Together we will end the Elder Brain, which shakes this city. Then we turn our sights to Vlaakith, the Queen of Deceit.
Yeah, and by that time we'll have a god on our
When
side.
you break Prince Orpheus free, his psionic
God
cry will alert
Gale.
us.
God
I
Gale.
will fly to your side. Together we will fell the Elder Brain and thwart
Fig
the
used
grand
main hand
design.
attack on makeshift training dummy. Fig used main hand attack on makeshift training dummy. Fig used main hand attack on makeshift training dummy.
Good job, Fig.
Fig used
I don't
main.
know what you're doing over
Fig,
there, but good
stop.
job.
Okay, so now, okay, help Kithrak Voss complete. Good. Free Orpheus. We should wait for our next opportunity to enter the astral prism. Oh. Well, how the fuck are we supposed to do that?
Unless it all
Kithrak
comes back
has
to Elder Brain
find
again.
find trouble. What?
Just give me all of these reagents, please.
Who's got the prism at the moment?
Not me.
Not
Not
me,
me
either,
either.
it looks like. Is it back in Karlak's pocket somehow?
Why would it be in my pocket?
I don't know.
I
Well,
see it in your inventory, Inu.
Do you
The
where?
mysterious artifact.
Oh right,
it was
it's a D20. Sorry. You know what happened? I was looking for the pyramids.
Oh, yeah. I feel like it was in my inventory for the longest time, and then when we took me out to do that one thing, all of my
it
key
got
items
dumped into
chucked
my
everywhere else.
Yeah. Well, it all got dumped into my pockets,
Yeah.
and now it's bound to me, so it can't leave.
Oh, that was an awkward time to save.
Oh, was it?
I was in the middle of doing merchant stuff, and I don't know how it's going to interact with what I was doing.
Well,
I'm done now if you want to just rewrite over the save.
okie dokie. It was just a quick
I don't
save,
wanna-
so.
Yeah, I don't want to take the risk that like my weapon's going to go missing if we have to reload that. Alright, this might drag you into a conversation. I'm hoping he's still a vendor, but it might still do conversation stuff.
It is best I do not
Okay, no, he is not. Alright, where's your other friend that was a vendor at one point?
Such a curious artifact. So small and seemingly harmless, and yet it contains so much.
Okay, interacting with the D20 does not let us go to the squid dimension. So I guess that's kind of a dead end for the time being.
Oh wait, no, Blurg was your friend. Never mind.
So
you're not a friend, so... I think those are the only traders in here then. Okay.
guess the next thing to do is to figure out where the Wormway is. Oh, it's in Worm's Rock Prison, so we gotta go back to Gortash's house, one way or the other.
Oh yeah, we didn't do the dragon shit yet, yeah. No vendors down there. Vendor. There's a whole slew of vendors over that way. Okay.
A quick peek at a guide mentions confronting the Elder Brain, so I believe there is no way until the actual titular fight.
Yeah, kind of figured. Well, back to Worm's Rock Prison it is then, I guess. Oh. Hold on.
Oh.
It's just loading back up the other.
No, I know, but I think it's going to drag Natsu out of what Natsu's doing, so.
It is, but
Yeah.
I'm not that worried. Okay. As I don't want to hold up gameplay just so I can go vendor hopping.
Also, are we able to get new dialogue from Chihira's family? Maybe. Where the hell were they? They were in, like...
They're in the newest area that we
they're
were
up, like-
just going through.
Like, the...
The artist area, probably, right?
Yeah.
So probably Baldur's Gate, going by the war points. If we're going by
Yeah,
new,
yeah. 'Cause they were in.
Rathan's home, was that where you were in?
Were they the lodge or were they? Oh no, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, there's Svig, so yep.
Yep. When you write, you write. And you write. Fig used main hand attack and makeshift training dummy. Salamander used dancing lights on self.
Telk says they shut the church Last Hope down.
And how did Telk see that? Through the bottom of her drinking mug?
She was stone cold
Hi,
sober.
Ryan.
Bring Jahira home. We're in dire need of a mother-daughter chat.
Okay, yeah, there's no new dialogue here. I assume we would need to actually, like, bring Jahira with us. So that's unfortunate. But expected.
Well, it means we get to, well, bragging this on, I guess. But God, I hate that I made that particular joke. That was weak. That was so weak.
Alright. Well. Dolphin. What have we here? Have we been up to the? Have we been up to the House of Grief yet?
I have no idea,
I
actually.
feel like we've not been up to the House of Grief yet.
I don't remember.
Might as well go take a peek.
Yeah, I was wondering if I would break Fig's makeshift training dummy by attacking it with an actual weapon. That's it's kind of what I was testing.
Mine broke.
Oh. Okay. Oh. Don't go there. The elder brain is over there. Okay. Yeah, don't go to the House of Grief because that's where the elder brain is apparently.
No, I went very close to the Baldur's Gate door.
Oh.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
It wasn't me. I didn't do it for once.
Also, thank you, dear, for naming me. It's going to be one of those nights.
Mm-hmm.
I have been named.
I mean it happens, don't it, Carl?
All right, the two cobblers. I doubt
Carl,
you have
that
much of
kills
anything.
people.
Oh, hey there! I didn't know that.
First, not the last.
Do the bit.
Oh, for sure. I will definitely do it again after you have done it this most recent time.
Do the bit, Al. Do the bit.
Alright, what's it? Hello, Mormon. How are you?
You're eager.
Oh, you actually have money on you.
But there is a right order.
Well, Gortash's parents don't get to have
Before
money,
you can
so
enter, you must
gimme.
agree to the House of Grief's terms and price. Speak to the attendant by the front. She will put everything in order for you. Then you will be free to enter.
I have to agree to the terms and the price, huh? You know what? Listen, let's not get tangled up in. Oh, well, you know what? I would say persuasion, but that's apparently a situational disadvantage, as is intimidation. But lying is not. So, time to. I've already gotten permission. Go talk to the attendant.
Let's not
Friends.
by who killed who. And
25. Wow. All right. Never didn't have it actually.
Perhaps I should do just that.
Okay. That's gonna be fun.
Huh. A vendor I haven't been to before because I haven't maxed out my friendship with them.
What are you talking
How'd I skip you before?
You know the rules.
Okay, that didn't work, and the lock picking machine was. I mean, Sarge was right here, but Sarge didn't feel like knocking on the door while the guy was gone.
Oh, I forgot that I have that as an option.
Well, whatever. Hello.
The rules apply, same as before. No entry without express permission.
What's even through there?
That is where the mapping of the heart takes place. Where all who seek to be unburdened open themselves up and lay their wounds and sorrows bare. But it is not for you. Not yet.
Okay. Don't bother, Sarge.
Red outlined.
Yeah.
There's the next vendor. You are northwest of me. So I
Welcome
need
to the House of Grief. Are you here to be
I
unburdened?
don't care.
Whatever ails
I'll
the
join
heart,
conversation. Actually, while I'm running around trying to do
whatever
vendor stuff, I should
weighs
turn off
upon
the
the
auto
soul,
join into combo thing.
we can help.
Crap, where was that? Interface?
It can
No.
deceive, I must
Accessibility.
admit. Originally, we sought to help those who found themselves consumed by the loss of a loved one.
No.
But there are so many others who need our help. We unburden people
Is
of
it
the
in gameplay?
suffering
Did I look
in their
past it?
hearts. Melancholy, anger, self-doubt,
Eavesdrop.
troubling
There it is.
memories, and of course, grief. I think you could benefit from our help. In fact, I think you desperately need our help. I sense turmoil in you, even if you cannot bring yourself to admit it.
Oh, right. You were the blood drow. Yeah.
I'm a blood drow?
Yeah.
No,
I thought,
the lady
and it
was
was the
talking to.
blood bag for the blood drow.
Oh, this
Yes.
sounds like a scam.
I cannot force you, but perhaps you can look inwards and be true to yourself. You may not like what you see when you put yourself under scrutiny, but we can show you how to love yourself.
I'm quite experienced with loving myself, thank you.
Ooh, insight.
Well. Check for scam. Maybe doesn't have it?
Damn it.
Doesn't have it. Not till I gotta reload. Possibly.
Ah,
I have inspiration, so I'll try that first.
There we go.
Got it that time.
Yay.
You sense a truth behind her words. She genuinely wants to help. However, it seems truth is not the only thing behind her words. Something is being hidden.
Shocker.
The insight of an unburdened spirit. I too was once weighed down, but now I am free. Before I came here, I was given to drunkenness, wanton violence, licentiousness of every sort. But now I am
So you were a working girl?
as you can be.
Can't just ask people that. That's rude.
A great deal of people in need have entered that door. In my time, I've come to recognize
Hey,
their
Natsu.
suffering.
Yes.
The asking price is 1,000 gold.
It's the first step.
Are you able to slip a
Hardest
grand
step.
in his pocket?
After that,
Yeah.
we will be by your
Thank
side.
you.
There is the matter of the fee.
You.
A trifling sum compared
Done.
to the peace we can grant you. Rest assured.
Alright, fine.
Wonderful. Let the healing begin. First comes the mapping of the heart. You will be asked questions. It is important that you answer as truthfully as possible, so that we
Oh
may
boy,
know
here we go.
precisely what burdens you the
Hodor.
most. The mapping will take place in the next chamber. Please, follow me.
Then let the healing begin. Oh wait, I know where you're at. I've heard about this scene.
Do I need to be concerned from a...
Well, you said that you have nudity turned off, right?
I do.
Mapping will begin shortly.
Should be good then. Still potentially be ready with that button just in case, but...
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Jesus. What the fuck?
Do not look upon me. This is your time, not mine. Look inward. See what will be discovered.
Interesting accent.
Immaterial. Please, as I said, we are here to help you. You are here because something grieves you. Perhaps you know what that is.
So send 11
Perhaps
of these
you merely
to
think
Faith,
you know.
send 11 of these to
The
Karlak,
mapping will
send 11
reveal
of
your
these to
heart
Shelly.
form.
Just so you were
Then
aware,
the
anyway, I
healer
had a
can
chance to
begin.
run a quick examine.
Answer the
Loth
questions
Sworn
I put to
Drow.
you, and answer honestly. The lips may try to deceive, but the heart will offer the truth. In the end. Let us begin. What last caused you to shed a tear?
I know. I'm looking at it.
I know. I'm looking at it. It's like, that's exactly what you would send.
An
So
onion.
be it. The second question. What is your unspoken desire?
An unfamiliar presence caresses the deepest layers of your mind. You realize she's trying to detect your thoughts.
The second question. What is your unspoken desire?
Drop the act. You're not here to help. You're trying to read my mind.
And this is the most effective way of helping. Besides, you are not above slipping into another's mind. I saw for myself.
Well,
Let
shit,
us
she's
spare
got me
the
caught to
pretense.
that one.
It seems you and I have more to speak of than your heart's struggles. For the record, you have a false heart.
Ah, neat. Apparently I have a false heart, you guys. What happened to don't look on
I
me?
am Viconia de Vere. The House of Grief is mine. But what lies beneath? That belongs to my mistress. And that is where you must go. We will talk more down below.
You all should also have a collection of potions in your inventory now. I don't
Yay!
know
Thank
what
you.
potentially happened to the previous ones, but I've redistributed out
Try
a
not to
bunch.
lose these ones.
Yes.
Alright. Exposed secret stairway, let's go. What's the worst that could happen?
No, what's the worst that could happen?
Oh, there's locked infiltration training, cloister of somber embrace, and interrogation training. Well, cloister of somber embrace it is for now. Yes, the unburdening. The volume describes the full process of unburdening in exact detail. Valuable targets are identified from those who seek out the services of the House of Grief. If they're willing to pay, they proceed to the mapping of the heart, where the Inquirer of Grief will question them while discreetly probing their thoughts for anything that can be of use to the Lady of Loss. Following this, targets are ushered downstairs to stand before the Mirror of Loss. Given the correct prompts by the Inquirer of Grief, the target will surrender memories to the mirror for the benefit of all of Lady Shar's children. In the same stroke, the mirror can remove memories of what they have seen in the cloister, as well as whatever they believe to be the source of their troubles. Then they can be turned loose, blissfully ignorant of the offering they made.
I need to see if multiple people can use the mirror, because I will tell you ahead of time, we're going to want to save before we do this, because Mirror of Loss can be used to get a permanent +2 to a stat, but I believe that there's a way to get it to be a +3. Oh, you can use it once for each character. Okay, perfect.
The I mean, the
so we
plus 2 is fine because I'm already at an 18 charisma. That would just bump me to a 20.
A +3 would be amazing for me because that puts me from 17 to 20 for charisma. I just have to double check to see if the +3 is a thing. I could have sworn I read that at one point.
Oh, before I forget, do we still want to be on non-lethal damage right now?
Probably not.
Let's see. Have to pass the necessary religion or arcana and prayer checks to gain a bonus. Often a +2 to an ability score and or a +1 to charisma. Safe scaling is highly recommended due to the difficulty of the checks and the desire to get the best possible memory back.
Okay, it has been toggled off.
Okay, I'm already in front of a vendor, so I'm going to chat with them real quick, and then I'm going to come meet you all over there.
Yep, I am shadowing the Inu just in case. And reminder, non-lethal has been turned off.
Yes. I completely forgot that we hadn't done Mirror of Loss yet. This is fucking peachy. Just grab all those to make that quick. Grab all of your alchemy ingredients. And all your rare dyes. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, I don't know if we've seen some of these. Oh, fuck yeah. I'm so glad that I went back to that dwarf that let us into hell.
Oh, okay. I can't go that way or that guy's gonna get mad.
Mad.
Huh. Shall restore us to our purest form.
Recipe unlocked. Sublimate of frozen ears.
Yes, I got a new reagent that we hadn't seen before.
You and I need to speak.
Okay, so the only other merchant that I haven't hit up in this area is Damon, which I'm not worried about. You all are up there.
Welcome
Closest
to the
teleport
true heart
is there.
of the House of Grief.
Really wish we had the pyramids. God, I wish we had the pyramids.
And what is loss but the very nature of my
wait, where do
Lady
I
Shah's
go to-
power? I saw in your mind
Down around that way, but I have to go.
an adventure has brought
Well,
you
actually,
to
I
this
can
point.
fly, so I can just fly across the river to be able to.
Kidnapping, infection,
Yeah.
the hells, hunted by cultists and Githyanki alike. And, of course, the artifact.
Yes, fly. Thank you. And then up here, through these doors.
Oh, but I think you do. The mapping
And
unearthed
then
much more
I
than
assume.
your heart.
Oh yeah, there's Karlak, so I'm close
I
by.
saw all your secrets. I felt Shadowheart's presence in your
Wait.
mind. And
How'd
with
the
it,
how'd it update from me walking through the door Karlak's
she
at?
succeeded
Or is that
in
something you did?
retrieving it. But then it is you who appeared, not her.
I don't know, keep getting pulled into
Where is
conversations
the
before I can get over there, so
Oh right, I turned off eavesdrop, so I'm missing a conversation right now probably. Yes.
It's my prism. My prism and you can't have it.
A bold claim, given your current circumstances. I have not assembled my forces here just to spectate. Humor me with a little negotiation. Perhaps we can find terms that will allow blades to remain sheathed.
Alright, I'm willing to entertain that you might be serious. Make me an offer.
How about the artifact for your life?
No, not
and
doing.
perhaps even my support in the battles yet to come against the Absolute.
No, because without the artifact we turn into Gith. So, no.
not Gith.
Not
Or,
Gith.
yeah,
I'm already a Gith, so that wouldn't
Yeah,
be.
Mind Flayer. Geek is the word that I was trying to remember.
Gith.
Just
You know what?
Githy.
Persuasion. It's mine. Maybe we should just fight the Absolute. As long as that's not actually me trying to hand her the artifact. Friends. Really?
Wow. It literally said, "Ball, no, fuck you."
Oh yeah? Well, fuck you, in fact.
Crit success.
My interest is defeating the Absolute. It seems you're on that path already. I will not have it said that I am unreasonable. Shadowheart, surrender her to me. She has much to answer.
About that, she's dead.
Dead?
I don't remember her being dead, but
So she left the party,
right,
which means that she's not within the shielding presence of the relic, which means
she's
she got turned into a mind flayer.
Oh.
After she left us.
Well, anyway, she died.
She was mine to deal with. You robbed me.
No, actually, she robbed herself of
I
that.
suppose dealing with you will have to suffice.
Killing me is not going to accomplish anything. We have to beat up the Absolute. DC 30!
Holy shit!
Holy
hey, you already have situational
shit
advantage,
balls.
so you can turn friends into guidance.
Holy shit, dude. That is not it, Chief.
Yeah, if you roll a 4 on the guidance, you actually have it. Hey!
Perhaps I am being ungrateful. You spared me having to look upon that Welsh.
You read my mind. You should know what happened to Shart. Yeah.
Very well. You may go freely, and count upon Lady Shah's warriors when the final battle is met.
Oh. What?
Okay.
I mean, okay.
Never didn't have it?
Never didn't have it. Staples. That was easy.
Alright, now how the hell do I... Oh, there are the stairs. I would like to go to the secret stairway. I want to go find this mirror.
Thing labeled as an armory.
Elle, you should bring Karlak down here, because this is going to be...
Hey, yeah, Sarge, come pass this perception check for me.
I will try.
There's something to perceive in here.
There's a hole back there, behind the crates.
Curious. Looks like someone made a little dent.
Night orchids.
A lot of them, in fact. That's all it took? Give me the D20. Nah. Then give me Shadowheart. Nah. Then die. Nah. Fair enough. You now have her pledge that we shall help you defeat the Absolute. I mean, I am the greatest bard to ever bard. We know this.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Very Sharon.
So in case you all forgot, I'm pretty sure Night Orchid was Shadowheart's favorite flower. I'm fairly certain this was her room when she was in with Shar.
Oh, well. I like that she was just casually living in the armory. They must not have liked her very much.
Yes, there's a hastily written note over here that I don't think you read. It says, "She's going to make me look in the mirror again. She's going to take my memories. I do not want to forget who I am. I like flowers. I like animals. My name is..." The writing breaks off with a jagged scrawl as if interrupted.
Hello, lady.
This is a holy place. You would be wise to show respect.
Why do you look like you're from Kiss? Okay, the threshold of loss is locked.
And then it's a dormitory off to the one side.
We shall watch light be snuffed from the world.
I'm sorry. What was that guy's name? Oh. Owl Talton. I thought his name was Owltron for a second. I was like, that's a name.
Behold,
I am Owltron.
Hoot hoot, motherfucker.
Ah, I found a mirror.
It just says mirror.
It does. It just says mirror. It doesn't says mirror of loss, but it is a mirror. And there's a locked jewelry box right next to it, so maybe. Magic mirror on the wall. Magic mirror on the... magic... Never mind. Interacting with the mirror does nothing. I got excited over nothing.
Oh.
Sorry, false alarm. It's just a mirror.
I wonder if it doesn't do anything unless we open up the box next to it. Maybe there's an item in there. Put on all of my rogue stuff. No, swap out the gloves. There we go. Okay.
Viconia.
Linger if you wish, but there is
No? Okay.
God damn it.
So...
well, I think that just broke me. I was trying to lockpick, and you dragged me into a conversation, and now I can't do anything.
Oh, that happened once before, too.
Did we break you out of it by pushing you?
I don't know, but all I know is I can't... Can I pick up? Nope.
Anything?
I'll find out. Yes, I can move again.
Okay, good.
Okay.
We just had to shove you.
Open. High security vault number 8 key.
Huh.
Well, that's not what I was expecting.
It has been years since Waterdeep. Since Old Denisler. At least the trail, or last trail has gone cold enough that I may recommence Lady Shar's holy work. It's true that secrecy is the greatest shield of all, yet the sacrifices needed for this new beginning have been steep. It better prove to be worth it. Baldur's Gate. Trademark. It feels strange to be back in this place. So familiar, yet I cannot engage with it. I'm like a living ghost, hidden and watching. Time has rushed past like an autumn storm. Lady Shar's church in Baldur's Gate grows steadily and in secret under my command. I've named it the Cloister of Somber Embrace, for the Night Singer's embrace is the final goal that we all crave. One day this place could even surpass what I created in Waterdeep, yet by then it may not be mine to command. Lady Shar tells me that there is another, one I must pry from a foul Salonite heritage and reshape to become darkness's champion. An audacious plan, but one that could cost me everything. I must stay resolute. I must find this child for Lady Shar. My spies have reported to me. The child has been found. A girl with hair of sheerest black. She will soon come of age and be lost to the moon bitch forever. But our plan is in motion. Under a cloak of darkness, the girl shall be ours.
Mirror of Loss found at the Cloister of Somber Embrace can be used to gain a permanent bonus to one ability of the party member interacting with the mirror, and also a +1 to Charisma in exchange for a temporary penalty. Each character may use the mirror independently, offering a sizable stat increase to the entire party. It is found at X -471, Y -1650. Where do I see coordinates on here?
They're on the
again?
mini map. Minus 471 and
It's somewhere in the black behind the door, I think.
474 and 1650.
yeah, it's in behind the lady at the locked door up here.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see if we can get
It's
into
in
that.
the. I mean, I did talk to her, and she didn't have anything to say.
Any disrespect towards Lady Shar's house shall be answered for.
Yeah, the lady in the kiss mask.
All right. Well, let me get up there, hit it with a save, and we'll see what how they feel about me opening this door.
All right, hold on.
So you have chosen death.
DC 30. I expected that. Didn't get on the roll. Try again with Thieves' Tools. 28. Nope. Yeah, I don't care. I have so many Thieves' Tools, it doesn't matter. 29. More Thieves' Tools. 27.
Have you considered Thieves' Tools?
More Thieves' Tools. 29.
How about Thieves' Tools? There it is.
Net 20.
Never didn't have it.
Okay. Before I even open the door, let me get my combat gear on in case they get pissed.
Alright, and then I'll also resave once you've done that. What's up, Elle?
Just hopefully you don't get pissed.
Even if they do, the mirror is worth it. Okay, I have all of my combat gear back on.
Alright, saving. Door. Oh, they got... Yep.
Yeah,
I'm back immediately.
Yep, they all got pissed.
Whee!
Wow.
So, are we killing them?
Yeah, they're a bunch of dirty Shar worshippers. Who cares?
Says the guy that was trying to date a dirty Shar worshipper.
All right. To be fair, she is a saloonite. She just got fucking hoodwinked and had all of her memories stolen from her and got converted into a Shar worshipper by force.
Right.
Yeah, that's the story we're not getting.
No, we just got it in the dormitory in the scroll that I read. Actually.
Yeah, it was obvious from what it said on there that they were implying it was not Shar. Shadowheart.
Shart.
Yeah. Just like how a bunch of Saloonite worshippers got converted to Shar worshippers in the Act 2 area that we were in.
It's also worshipper and more literally actually magically brainwashed because these people fucking suck.
Yes.
Yeah. What is
Blight? Oh, that's level 4,
Blight's a
so I
level
wouldn't
4.
guarantee. So I'm just gonna do Psionic Backlash.
Well, I saved against the blight effect at least.
Yay!
Overwhelming grief. That doesn't sound fun.
1d8 necrotic damage and inflicts Call of the Dark Lady.
Okay, so far none of them have run past Karlak, which means I can try and do Wall of Fire shenanigans.
I'm just gonna
Call of the Dark Lady, by the way, is a d4 necrotic plus a d6 necrotic. When a creature inflicted with it starts its turn in a lightly or heavily obscured area, it takes a d4 necrotic. Attacks made by the Justiciar in its umbral form deal an additional d6.
Interesting, okay.
Wow, I have disadvantage on hitting this Vicona. Due
Probably
to spell
because
guard.
Shadows.
Shadow Step, maybe?
Nope,
It
never
shows
mind.
spell guard next to it. So instead, I'm gonna see if I can hit Night Mist, since that's 150 points of damage.
Oh, yeah, she has magic resistance.
And I feel like this is a
Spell
case
hero.
where Surge would not
You
be
have
a bad
advantage
idea.
on saving throws against spells. Spell attack rolls against you have disadvantage. Yeah, okay. I'll just go try and whack her into oblivion then. But first I have to do Firewall to try and take care of all the other mooks that are going to be running towards us.
I mean, they were going to help us against the big brain, but same time, fuck these guys.
We also have a shit ton of other people that are going to be helping us against the brain.
Well, that's going. I think I'm gonna make myself some tea. I've
Just
heard
in
some
time for it to be Sarge's turn, probably.
Evocation spell.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
blind
there-
spell, I don't care. I mean, there's a lot of intervening turns, so.
Yeah, A lot of chances for them to cast spells that you're gonna have to react to.
Oh God, you're right.
Yeah, just
See,
use
like
your,
that.
Well, maybe not on Bone Chill. I was gonna say use
That's
your
a
reaction
cantrip.
just so you don't have to get fucking asked 20 billion times. You can go run and get your tea, but not on cantrip. Wait for the next major spell to try it.
No.
Not fast.
They're trying to cast
like
darkness
that one.
on themselves.
It's just a level 2, which will keep you from hitting. I
Yeah.
don't care.
No, counterspell that. It gets
Okay.
rid of your reaction. You can go get your tea.
Oh, fair. All right, I'll be back.
Oh, they're moving out of my reach, are they? Opportunity attack! Haha!
Wait, why didn't I get an opportunity attack?
Because you used your reaction already to psionic backlash that person.
Yes, that is a reaction. Yeah, you're right. I regret nothing.
All right,
Okay.
friendo, go forth and murder stab all of the bitches.
Alright, so scroll bag is. Oh wait, no, I don't even need scroll bag. I have custom hotbar where I have my spells nice and sorted already. Yes, wall of fire.
Oh, so I ordered that chair that I was talking about the other day. True story.
Chair.
And then I got an email from the company. It was like, "Hey, we got a question about your order. You want to like give us a call?" So I actually talked to them today. That was pretty cool.
Was there a question?
The question that they had about the order was that I listed a different billing address and a shipping than I did the shipping address, and so they wanted to, because it's like an $850 chair, they wanted to have a chat and follow up, make sure nothing shady was going on. So I was all about that.
Hell yeah.
And I talked to him. I was like, well, first of all, thank you for doing that. Second of all, no, I totally did that on purpose. I don't trust having shit delivered to my house when I'm not there often. So I have it delivered somewhere else where it's going to be safe.
Wall of fire is such a good spell.
Waff.
Oh yeah, we do have your coming to help us.
Yeah. So,
AKA the invisible Unabomber.
if I were to set up like another wall of fire across those dudes,
Yeah, they would have to take damage from both.
I wonder if I can do that from the top of this area.
I did it from back there. I did it from back here. You should have been able to do it from where you were at.
Well, alright, where's my waff spells? They're in here somewhere. Right, it's sorted alphabet. It's sorted alphabetically. We learned this.
We noticed.
Wall of stone. Wow, I only have 2 wall of fire scrolls?
I'm probably hogging them, to be honest. How many do I have? Oh, I can't check because they're in a bag. And wait, no, I can go on my custom bar. Wall of fire was. Oh no, I only have 3. So I guess I wasn't hogging them.
This.
So because you've already clicked, you just click the starting point and then you click the ending point.
Ah, neat. So we're gonna start it like right there, and then we're gonna extend it.
Oh, I figured you were just gonna lay it directly on top of mine.
Oh no, I want to lay it on top of the men who are already standing.
I mean, yeah, they're gonna be going to these stairs anyway, most likely, because this is where all of us are concentrated up in.
Yeah. Although I want to make sure I'm not catching Karlak in it, which is a thing that I noticed was about to happen.
It's just these 3 will certainly run through next turn and start doing some wax.
If I do that line there.
Target is blocked and too far away. Yeah, make sure you're keeping it within the range.
I'm also just trying to figure out who the hell it's targeting.
You're picking spots on the ground.
Okay. Okay, I see. I see. I see.
I do think just overlapping it with mine just might be the best way to go.
Now, if I do this, I catch 7 people in it right now.
Mm-hmm. You would also catch 7 if you overlaid with mine, because there's 3 on the left side that you're not catching. And then no matter where they go to try and get up to us, they have to go through a double wall of fire.
Does it stack? Like, do you know that it stacks?
It should. I don't see any reason why it shouldn't. It's 2 different concentrations that we're holding.
Oh, right. Okay. That makes sense.
Okay, I've made it back.
I made it back. You know. Back to the wall of fire section. Back to cast the wall of fire. We're gonna do from there to... Actually, can I set it up to make it slightly different to your targeting and maybe catch more people? Oh, I feel like it's grabbed it. That was Sunbeam. Why did it grab Sunbeam? This is very finicky. Okay, so if I cast it starting from like here, come across. I missed the starting point. This is tricky. I'm not a huge fan of the way the kind of cast for this works itself out. Oh, actually,
oh, right. Hey, Bio, before I forget, I'm all in is figuring that out.
Kind of like that line.
I am told that a certain absolutely trash servant in Fate is referred to as Angry Mango. I don't think I told you I actually pulled him.
Or Angry Matthew. Or Marbles. Or...
A few different names. Yeah, I realized I hadn't shared the news with you.
Sarge got the rarest pull in the game because he's still a Luxac.
Yay.
I still don't understand why is the rarest one in the game in the general friendship pool and trash.
Because that's the joke with that guy.
Oh my word. They do not have any self-preservation.
The best part about all this is because Karlach's a tiefling, she's only going to take half damage from fire anyway, and I've loaded her to gills with healing potions.
Caw-caw!
Caw-caw, bitch. Caw-caw.
Oh yeah, rage as well. Hell yeah.
Saved against Wall of Fire aura. Look at Karlach over here just aura farming. Yeah, if you say so, lady.
Huh.
You know what? Sure. Cutting words. Sarge, you do appear to be standing possibly in a blind area, so maybe?
Yes. Did you take,
Oh, wait,
Oh, yeah, he has Devil Sight.
Oh,
so he's
okay.
fine.
Yeah, no, you're fine. If you have Devil Sight, you're all good.
Yeah, don't worry about Viconia. I'll take care of her, just because you have disadvantage on your spell attack rolls against her.
Oh, that was weird for a minute. It showed 50% readjust, and it's like, oh, yeah, no, yeah. Karlach will be fine there. I wonder if I reposition...
Sarge, can you get, like, over to somewhere around there that you might be able to, like, shoot that guy
That's
that's
what I was-
concentrating on darkness?
As long as the game doesn't fuck me.
So no is the answer. That was
That's
not
not
the
the right
guy that
one.
was concentrating on darkness.
Oh,
It
further
was the one
back,
that was
that-
concentrating on darkness. Was the one that was concentrating on darkness. No, the game didn't fuck you. You just didn't bother to read.
I was looking at.
It's okay.
Well, it's obviously not.
No, it's fine. Nothing bad's
Oh,
gonna come
bone
of it.
chill again.
I-
Would that fuck concentration on things?
It might
could-
end one of the firewalls.
Yeah, it could break my concentration.
Well, that's getting counterspelled immediately then.
I didn't use my reaction yet. How'd that not trigger? Is it because I'm invisible? Do I not? They still ran through a threatened square for me, though. Yeah, whatever.
You know, these guys keep teleporting past the firewall.
Not all of them, though.
No, not all of them, but some of them do.
Ah, you fools. Do I have Devil's Sight? Did I take that as one of my...
I think you
Should've.
you did at one point at least.
Yeah, I have Devil's Sight. Okay, cool. Yeah, fuck your darkness spells. I don't give a shit about that. Time for you to get fucking crit, bitch. Oh, I missed. Boo! 84% chance my ass. Yeah, fucking firearms. I don't want you doing shit. You're at 4 without using the smite, so I'm gonna use it at 1. Journal updated. Gather your allies. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Ooh, a legendary shield.
Oh no.
I'm not gonna loot that yet because I'm near weight capacity, right? Yeah, let's not fuck with that. Let's just look at you. Critical hit. Game, why are you fucking with me? I had such a high % chance to hit all of those attacks that missed. Alright, that's another spellcaster down. Let's go over here to help protect Sarge. Fools.
Foolish fools.
Alright, now you you misty step behind them and thunder wave them into the double wall. I haven't used thunder wave in a while, actually. Because I only have it in scroll form.
I can't misty step over there.
Oh.
Because
Weird.
I can't see the space because I'm blind. Because Sarge shot the wrong man.
Oh, you are in darkness. Okay. I mean, you can move a little to your left, but I didn't want you to actually put yourself in danger. I just missed thunder wave. Yeah, part of that is because I'm not the wizard anymore, and I only have access to it in scroll form. Of which I have...
Yeet! Well, I got 2 of them. 2 of them saved.
Jackasses. Yeah, I only have 5 scrolls of it. Get back in the fire.
Did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire?
I put your hand on the goblet of fire! Dumbledore asked calmly.
Bone chill. Zach dominance. Oh right, I can just say, hey, no, that doesn't happen without having to waste a spell slot. Get fucked.
Okay then.
Is that Owltron she's killing? Yep.
Owl Talon.
Nah, I prefer Owltron more.
Owltron. Da-na-na-na.
Ay, okay.
Wow, Karlak's health went to hell. What happened?
I got smacked.
You sure did.
By Owltron, I think. Spherical.
You spherical git. All right, losers. Get back into the fire.
No more owl.
At least give Karlak some health. Yeah, we haven't used Force Push in a while. I felt like it was time to bring it back. Huh. That guy is alive on one. How unfortunate.
Any
for
more
him.
attacks without rushing into the fire, which would potentially break my concentration, so I'm not going to do that.
Use the potions. Save yourself.
But she's currently basking in Leviatar's love. And blinded.
Or, you know.
Well, I actually have my bonus action this time, so...
Ah, good.
This one? This one.
Hell yeah.
Everyone... Oh, he's in the fire.
Oh, there's a black diamond we can pick up from the altar.
Not in the fire. Can I get it? Eh. Shit.
Soulbreaker. Possibly stun them for 2 turns.
And now they're stunned.
Hot damn. Take that, Sentry Frederick.
Frederick.
There's a K at the end.
Frederick.
God, I hope not.
Frederick!
Oh, right.
Let's face it, he's got the Reich stuff. Get him.
There we go.
He exploded, so it's
Alright,
just...
looking at on-call stuff.
There are 3 left.
Oh, I see. 2 in the fire, 1 on the ground. Probably will kill...
Probably something to eat. Yep.
Yep.
Alright, let me turn off concentration on this spell.
Likewise.
Hey, Viconia. Gimme. Viconia's personal chest key. Okay. But I also picked up some unique gear. I doubt anyone's gonna want this robe clothing piece, although it is really cool.
Sarge definitely is not. We know that, because Sarge is configured.
The mace? Oh! The mace sets the wearer's strength to 18.
Oh, that's interesting.
That is.
It doesn't have an effect if the strength score is higher without it, so it's not gonna take it down. But and then it's a +2 mace. I don't know if anyone wants that, but the shield though, Viconia's Walking Fortress. It's a +3 armor class shield. When a foe hits you with a melee attack, you can use your reaction, dealing it 2 to 8 force damage and knock it prone unless they succeed a dex saving throw. You also get Spell Guard. You gain advantage on saving throws against spells, and spell attack rolls against you have disadvantage. You also get access to 2 abilities, one called Reflective Shell and the other called Warding Bond. Reflective Shell says a protective shell envelops you. It reflects any projectiles targeted at you back to their point of origin for 2 turns, and that's usable once a short rest. And Warding Bond is once a long rest. Ward an ally, they gain resistance to all damage and a +1 bonus to their armor class and saving throws. Each time the ally takes damage, you take the same amount of damage. That is a fucking badass shield.
Sorry, I got real lost like halfway through that. Could you...
Here, I'm just gonna send it to you because you're the only one actually using a shield, and you can look at it and figure out if you want it.
And when we're at a good spot, I would like to take a short rest to regain some of my warlock nonsense.
What if I do? You gain advantage on saving throws against spells. Oh yeah, that's substantially better than the one I've been using. I mean,
yes.
The one I've been using makes me take 1 less damage from spells, but this is also +1 AC, and this makes me even harder to hit from spells because of saving throws and attack rolls.
And the spell attack rolls, yeah.
Also, whatever the hell Reflective Shell does.
Oh, that was the first one I read out loud.
Oh.
Once a short rest, you can make any projectiles go back to the point of origin for 2 turns.
Oh, well, that's very silly.
Yeah. That shield is insane.
Whenever I hit you with a melee attack, you can also just... yeah, that's incredibly busted. Put that shit on immediately and send this other one back to camp.
Uh-huh.
First time I've had a new shield in a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you've had that shield since Act 1.
Yeah. I mean, it's just been that good, to be fair.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna go mess with the mirror.
A huge polished disc looms before you. A mirror. One used by the Sharans to plunder memories from the minds of others.
Oh, hold on. Recognizing the purpose. Only one party member needs success. The check can be completely bypassed by reading the hastily written note,
did it.
note, which we already did. So it's not making us do that check at all. It's immediately moved on to the next one for sacrificing a memory or whatnot. Okay, so each party member then has the option to surrender a memory or pass a 25 DC religion check. They have to pass the religion check to have a chance at receiving the +2 stat bonus, aside from the one mentioned below. They may surrender up to 6 memories to the mirror, 1 for each of their ability scores. Offering a memory associated with a particular ability score causes the character to be temporarily cursed with stolen vigor, a -2 penalty to the chosen ability. Curse lasts until the next long rest, but can also be dispelled with remove curse. The curse is the only penalty for sacrificing a memory. There's no narrative effect on the story for doing so. Each party member also has the option to pass a DC 20 deception check to not sacrifice a memory, but this one does not work. Succeeding it only gives them the generic memory dialogue, and failing it results in using up one of your memories and receiving stolen vigor without actually rolling for a memory. A party member who has read the Necromancy of Thay can also surrender the Forbidden Knowledge passive obtained from it. If the party member has learned the Dance Macabre spell, it is also surrendered. The Necromancy of Thay refuses to open, Dance Macabre cannot be reacquired. This guarantees that the character receives the +2 bonus without needing to pass the religion check and prevents them from receiving the curse. This is the one and only way to bypass succeeding the religion check.
Oh, interesting.
Offering memories without the prayer or offering memories with the prayer. Shit, what the fuck is... The only beneficial memory among the 5 0 to 4 memories is the Patriarch's memory, which gives a permanent +1. Oh, wait, hold on. There's a Patriarch's memory on the ground. Hold on. Let me... Oh, no, that's Patriarch's loss. Ah, okay, so that doesn't matter. Be back in the... Oh yeah, you underwent the mapping of the heart, so you just have automatic advantage on this check.
Never didn't have it.
You feel a presence, dark and ancient. It approves of your fealty. The mirror's emptiness seems to draw you into a stupefying embrace. Your thoughts, feelings, memories, they grow slow and drowsy, drifting away from each other.
So...
You must surrender some part of yourself. But what?
For memories of your strength, I never use it anyway. Also...
well, no, because this also affects the stat that you get a bonus to.
Oh. Oh, I see. So you take a... Wait. So you lose 2 now, but then also gain 2 simultaneously?
It's a -2 temporary, a +2 permanent.
Right, right. So it's a net 0 in the moment, though.
Yes, but remove curse gets rid of it. Also, long resting gets rid of it.
Gotcha.
But there's also a way to get an extra +1. But you said you don't care about the +1.
Yeah, I mean, I don't need it because the thing I'd be giving it to is charisma anyway, which is already an 18. And you only do 1 of these, right? Ever?
Yes.
Okay.
1 per character, but only 1.
Got it.
So yeah, you want the bard's memory?
Give away memories of your charm. That would be
weird.
charisma.
That's not the same. That's not the same text. I wonder. What the fuck? Hold on.
Think youth, fortitude, valued knowledge from books, wisdom, charm. Yeah.
Your bonus can only be achieved by rolling a 5 on the hidden roll, which is normally impossible without sacrificing forbidden knowledge. However, if a party member succeeds the religion check, they gain a permanent +3 bonus on all future attempts at the hidden roll. Means in a result of 3 to 7, which gives you a 60% chance of successfully gaining the +2 bonus to any stat. Offering memories after the prayer. So what the dialogue should have said leading into this is, you feel the presence of something ancient and noble, which I believe it said that part, has taken notice of you, where once the mirror showed nothing, there is now something. Memories, experiences, skills, all prized from the minds of others and now offered to you to choose from. I don't think it said that, right?
It did not.
Okay, so we have to do a reload then. Because otherwise you're only going to get a temporary bonus, you're not going to get a permanent bonus.
Huh?
There's a hidden roll that happens in the background, and you have to be able to get the final option on the hidden roll in order to be able to get the permanent bonus. Right now it's only going to offer you a temporary bonus.
Okay.
which is why anyone that's talked about this online are all highly recommended save scumming for this, because it's hidden roles that you can't even see.
Well, this is gonna be a lot of reloading, boys.
Well,
I'm
you passed the religion check.
Well, yeah, but
So
I
at
had to
that point-
reload to before we did that because you said the dialogue was wrong straight from the get-go. So like when I come in, right?
Huge polished disc looms.
Oh well, that's
before
because you get to skip the initial thing
one
because we
used
already
by
read the note.
Sharans to plunder memories from the minds of others.
So yeah, so you do the religion check, and then we'll do an actual save after you pass it. Nope, that's gonna have to be a reload because if you fail the religion check, you won't have a chance to do anything.
Does that mean using inspiration to reroll it probably would also fuck you?
That I'm not sure. The wiki doesn't say, but I would think it would because you haven't actually failed the roll until you decline to use the inspiration.
Hmm. Since I've got a 20 in the stat that I want, I'm willing to forego on mine just to keep things moving, personally.
I mean, getting the +2 in Dex would give you more armor class.
Yeah.
I mean, true. But it's still something where, at least on my end, I don't feel an extreme need, especially if it's going to be a lot of saves
by
going.
the Sharans to plunder memories from the minds of others.
Oh shit! I forgot to.
You didn't do guidance,
I
yeah.
didn't do guidance.
And even
It
then,
wouldn't- it wouldn't
probably
have mattered.
Wouldn't have
anyway.
mattered, yeah. I mean, as a as a reprieve for bio, since we were over last week, we can go under this week and just do all of this off camera.
So we already aren't gonna have the time
Fair
to do
bio.
the big things we have left after this anyway. Yeah, exactly.
That's fair.
Exactly. There's like. This is just the only way we have left to actually get stronger outside of gear. And
Yeah.
you don't even have that option anymore, Sarge, so this is literally the only way you have to get stronger in any capacity is to be slightly tankier.
I am for sure going to be going for the +3 overall because the part of the +3 is a +1 that has to go to charisma, but that's thankfully the stat that I want for this build anyway. And that gets me from a +3 to a +5, so I'm absolutely going to be trying to go for perfect on that.
That's a maybe.
No.
No.
No, it could have been if I'd gotten the 4 on the guidance.
Yeah. Yep. I mathed wrong. Yeah, you could have gotten a 25% chance.
Yep. There's 1 in 4.
For some reason, I thought you were adding up to 20 before the D4. I don't know what the hell I was doing.
Forgetting how to math is what you were doing.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the mirror already took my memories of math. Damn.
Take that, high school teachers. I never needed trigonometry anyway.
I remember my elementary school teachers always saying, well, you're not always going to have a calculator on you, are you? Yes, I will, actually. As it turns out. I literally have a calculator with me. In fact, like 3 different calculators with me. Like 1,000% of the time.
Yeah.
Hey, don't forget, you can't always look this shit up. You'll need to know this for the future. It's not like you'll have the internet in your pocket. So with that...
oh, there we go.
That's a
You got it
guarantee,
no matter what.
actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Religion
You feel
passed.
a presence, dark and ancient.
Okay, so save here.
Save here.
Of your fealty.
Gaze into the mirror.
The mirror's emptiness seems to draw you
Nope,
into a
that's not the right one.
stupefying embrace.
Yeah, so you should theoretically have a 60% chance of getting the dialogue that we want for this part.
Well, so far we're 0 for 2, so...
Yeah.
Which means statistically I should get it on the next one. Because 60% is 3 and 5, and I've already lost 2, so the next 3 should be wins.
Huzzah.
Statistically.
You feel a presence. Dark, the mirror's emptiness seems to draw you in.
Damn it.
See, this is why the law of averages is a lie. We don't believe in no average laws around here.
Except Murphy's Law.
Murphy's Law is more like a suggestion. It's more like Murphy's suggestion. The only thing that's true about Murphy's Law is that Sarge will quote it at everybody who will not know what it is. It's Sarge's favorite thing to do is to quote Murphy's Law to users who have no idea what the fuck he's talking about.
Hey, we know that Murphy's Law is almost certainly behind your physics-defying food from the on-site campus.
Stupefying embrace? No. This doesn't feel much like a 60% chance, I'm going to be honest.
In before it was broken in an update.
Yeah, I'm wondering if, like, maybe the dialogue on the wiki is just out of date. We could try seeing it through on the next time no matter what to see if there's an indication on the stat buff whether it's permanent or not.
You feel a
But it's supposed to be, you're supposed to be able to choose specific memories that you get.
It approves of your fealty.
The permanent bonus also lets you exceed the normal cap of 20. It lets you actually go up to potentially 24.
Oh.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. Let's see if this tells us whether it's...
Something precious was surrendered. Already you cannot recall its exact nature, but you feel its loss all the same. Still though, for whatever was lost, something new shall be gained. You feel the presence of something ancient.
Oh, maybe this might have been the dialogue we were looking for.
It has
Just
taken
taking notes of you.
you.
You are
helpless as it explores your very being. It knows the secrets of your false heart. Where
That's
once
not
the
what I'm
mirror
supposed to-
showed nothing,
yes.
now something. Memories, experiences, skills. all
Okay, so it doesn't say it
prized from
until
the minds
here.
of others,
We just weren't going far
and
enough in the
now offered
dialogue.
to you to choose from.
So
Alright, so now you want the guile of a bard who could charm even a dragon, assuming you want charisma.
Yeah. You know, the funny thing is, though,
so I
I
guess you could've
definitely
done
didn't
strength.
have to give up. Alright, well.
Yeah. I thought it said though that they were tied together.
Well.
To your constant companions. Is there anything a quick tongue and a warm
Anything.
smile cannot achieve?
Anything.
The memory
Anything.
fades away, yet it leaves its mark on your mind. The dark mirror seems to turn dormant, its hunger sated.
Okay.
Okay, let's double
So,
check.
Stolen Vigor,
So you have
Charisma score
Stolen
reduced
Vigor.
by 2.
Yep.
But I'm still showing an 18. Plus 2 from Bard's Memory up to 24.
Yep, that's the one.
So then...
And it's not showing up as like a buff on your next to your character. So it shouldn't be a temporary one if it's just showing up on your character sheet.
Right.
Okay, I mean that should have been it then. So either we long rest you or use remove curse, and either way you'll have extra charisma.
Alright, I made a hard save. Who's up next?
Does Do we want to get Karlax out of the way potentially?
Fine.
Do we have? Do we have scrolls of enhanceability by chance? I don't think I've seen a scroll for that, but
I mean, Bio's got a point about if we can remove the curse, to use it to verify for absolute certainty.
we should have. I think I gave all of them to Inu, but we should have scrolls of remove curse.
One thing at a time here. Enhanceability is no.
Damn. Okay. Just it would make it easier to do the initial check if we could have given her advantage on the intelligence check for the religion check, but that's what Save Scum's for anyway.
Okay, so
What's your
20?
charisma? Hell yeah!
Sitting at a 20.
Okay. Hell, let's have you go interact with the mirror.
A huge polished disc looms before you. A mirror. One used by the Sharans to plunder memories from the minds of others.
Okay. Just gonna F5
save
the...
here.
Yep, doing it.
Yep. And then you want to do the religion check? Add bonus.
Well,
ooh, we can do Bardic Inspiration on her.
Could do Bardic Inspiration.
And, oh, hold on. I don't have my... I could give guidance if I wasn't in here. Son of a bitch. Whatever. We'll get on the next one if I need to. Yeah, okay. Let's see if,
Alright.
let's see if Bardic Inspiration is, enough to get you there.
Yes.
If it
No.
rolls an 11 or a 12.
It
damn.
didn't roll at all?
Didn't roll the inspiration.
Maybe it did, and it's just because we skipped the animation, we didn't see the number fly up there. Okay, we
Oh.
need to reload though, because the religion check failed.
Yeah.
It says that failing it does make the stat thing not possible. Okay. Before we do the check this time, I'll put on my necklace that gives me access to guidance and cast it on you, so you'll have guidance and Bardic Inspiration.
A huge polished disc.
Okay, hold on, let me get out of the combo.
One used by the Sharans
Where's
to
my
plunder
bag that has all of my
memories from
gear
the
in it?
minds of others.
This one? No. This one? Yes, okay. Necklace, go on. Run on down next to Karlak. Guidance is... There it is. Alright, guidance is cast if you want to hit another save, just so we don't have to go through all that again.
I don't know if it'll track right here, but we'll try.
I don't think it did.
Oh, you already went into the check.
Yeah, that's... Oh, throw it to it.
I did ask you to wait, but okay.
Yeah, it's still not applying it.
No, it applied there. You went from a 16 to an 18. Looked like to me.
Alright, reload. This time wait for me to put guidance on you before you... Oh, the reload's gonna put you in... Oh, you went manually did it. Okay, good.
huge polished disc looms before
Wait
you.
for me to do the thing.
Mirror, one used by the
I need to
Sharans
put
to
the
plunder
necklace
memories
on.
from the minds of others.
Necklace on. Guidance. Cast. Okay. Guidance should be on. Hit a save, and then go into the check.
Okay. Hit a save. Save has been hit.
Okay, now try the check.
Okay.
And now.
Okay, guidance is showing.
Bardic Inspiration.
At least now, if we have to do this again, we can just immediately go into the check, because guidance will already be in place.
And of course, it's
Or
the
just
nat 20.
nat 20.
Yeah, that works too.
You feel a presence,
Whatever.
dark and ancient. It
We just had to,
approves of your
you know,
fealty.
tell the game we were. Alright, give me a sec to save.
Yeah, that way we won't have to do that again.
Alright, go for it.
Alright, now that we know that the stats aren't tied together, give up whatever stat you care the least about.
The mirror's emptiness seems to draw you into a stupefying embrace. Your thoughts, feelings, memories, they grow slow and drowsy.
This really is just every
drifting
dice
away
check
from
Karlak
each
is in
other.
charge of passing.
You must surrender some part of yourself. But what?
Yeah, so it'll go strength, dex, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, charisma.
Yeah.
Something precious was surrendered. Already you cannot recall its exact nature, but you feel its loss all the same. Still though, for whatever was
Give us
lost,
the dialogue you're
something
looking
new
for.
shall be gained. You feel the presence of something ancient and
It's taking notice of you.
unknowable. It has taken notice of you. It seems to be
Damn.
intrigued
Okay, that's
by
not
you.
the. Wait.
Where once the mirror showed nothing.
Oh no.
there is
Okay.
now something.
That was just different dialogue because you hadn't done the
Experiences,
the
skills,
test of the heart or whatever that was
prized
called.
from the minds of others, and now
Okay,
offered
we're good.
to you to choose
I
from.
mean, we'll double check after we get out of the thing.
Yeah.
So now you're going to want to pick the one that you actually want the benefit of.
I'm assuming you want either strength or constitution.
The cold bites.
Constitution it is.
Constitution, let's go.
Be it blade, beast, or the elements, nothing daunts you. The memory fades away, yet you feel its influence linger in your body. The dark mirror seems to turn dormant, its hunger sated.
Okay, so you have the stolen vigor debuff, and your constitution is now 23. Wait, 23. Hold on. Do we? Oh, you have a necklace on right now that's just setting your constitution to 23. So the constitution didn't actually do anything for you, unless you want to put on a different locket instead.
Put on a different locket, so we don't have to do that shit over again.
You should still have that old locket that made all healing on you just get full effect. Unless you, well, you might put it in your stash, but
Yeah.
oh, you do. Yeah, cool. All right, what's your constitution? 19.
19.
Yeah, 19's still very respectable.
No, 19. Yeah. All good.
Hell yeah.
Solid.
All right. We want to do Sarge next.
Yep. 1 sec. Gonna hard save.
Yep.
I guess the question I would have is, since we can go above 20, should I throw?
You should
it
go.
towards my
You should.
charisma?
It should be in charisma.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yes. All right.
I'll probably give up intelligence because I don't think I ever use that stat still.
Before you click on the mirror, come stand in front of it. I'll throw guidance on you, and then you click into it. All right, you're good.
All right. And
Huge polished disc looms before you. A mirror. One used by the Sharans to plunder memories.
all right. Then
from
let me
the
save
minds of
before you do
others.
the wisdom or the religion check. And then let me give you Bardic Inspiration.
That ain't it,
That
Chief.
ain't it, Chief. That ain't
Nope.
it at all.
That do be what saves coming before.
So, Natsu, I've been playing this really kind of interesting game in VR recently.
They have Uma Musume in VR?
No. I mean, maybe. I could probably play it in VR
Wait
because I
your
could just
horses
play it.
around, sir.
I could just play it through Steam in VR if I wanted to.
Yeah.
But no, it's a roguelike.
Okay.
Or I guess technically roguelite. But roguelike first-person combat game in VR. So that's been kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I haven't cleared it yet. I've gotten to the final boss a couple of times, but I keep getting my ass handed to me.
Oh, my daddy girl's being so fucking cute right now. You look at you. You look at you.
Oh, wait. Shit, there we go. That's the one. There we go. No, 19. Got it. All right, maybe. Yeah.
Yep. Hell yeah. Bardic inspiration coming in clutch.
You feel a
Hold on.
presence,
Let me
dark
save.
and ancient.
Once it comes back to the thing, I'll
It
save.
approves of your fealty.
Okay. We save. Do it to it.
Okay.
The mirror's emptiness seems to draw you into a stupefying embrace. Your thoughts, feelings, memories, they grow slow and drowsy, drifting away from each other. You must surrender some part of yourself. But what? Something precious was surrendered. Already you cannot recall its exact nature, but you feel its loss all the same. Still though, for whatever was lost, something new shall be gained. You feel the presence of something ancient and unknowable.
It has taken notice of you.
It seems to be intrigued by you. Where once the mirror showed nothing, there is now something. Memories, experiences, skills, all prized from the minds of others, and now offered to you to choose from.
There it is, warm to the guile.
Adoring looks, fawning laughter, and nods of agreement to your constant companions. Is there anything a quick tongue and a warm smile cannot achieve? The memory fades away, yet it leaves its mark on your mind. The dark mirror seems to turn dormant, its hunger sated.
Alright, let's double check.
22.
Hell yeah.
22? Yeah, Bard's memory. Alright.
Okay.
Hold on.
Well, we are
Card save.
at time, and mine might require some more work, so I'm fine with doing mine off camera, because I gotta figure out how to make sure I get the +1 and the +2.
It's really no wonder that they had to resort to literally brainwashing people in order to get this goddess more worshippers, given how ridiculously easy it is to swindle the fuck out of her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, well, I guess we can call it here. We gotta get Natsu's shit fucking worked out. Is getting that +3 for you so that you're, you know, at a nice even number would be super useful. But that'll be an issue either for next time or for off stream as time allows.
Yeah.
But for now, yay, min-maxing. Yeah, min-maxing.
Yay!
I like we've been good the whole game about, you know, kind of sticking to shit except for when it was bullshit. So now it's time for us to fucking abuse the system. We put up with Larry and bullshit for 2 whole games. It's time for us to finally have an edge here.
Yeah. Last game, I completely shut off my build every time I tried something new and went, oh, you're trying this? No, now it's countered. Get wrecked.
and it just
Done
turned
with
off
you.
my build at all times for all reasons. So that was fun. I mean, I suppose you and I were being punished last game for what we did to DOS 1.
Yeah.
Where Natsu and I just went around chucking incredibly heavy boxes at everyone and not doing combat at all. It was very funny. We were just like, box,
Yay,
box,
boxing
box, box, box. Are you trying
I'm
this
not
thing that
trolling,
actually
I'm
works
boxing
now?
you,
All of you have had your resources stolen, so you can't use any of your gold powers. Yep, basically.
Yep.
Yep.
Fuckers.
So yeah, not this time. This time we're abusing their systems and being strong. So strong. But yeah, it's a next time thing. Assuming that we're actually playing like BG3 next time and that the game isn't cursed, which it frequently is. So we'll find out. But anyway, till then.
Lighters.
Bye.
Bye.